45 seconds. $30 seconds. The show will start in 15 seconds, and this is your last audible warning.
Previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
I do not know if there's anything that they gain by it. But when the medical examiner doesn't do an autopsy on the most popular man in the history of this county, this state, and the world for that matter, Michael Jackson got an autopsy. Matthew Perry got an autopsy. Elvis got an autopsy. Everybody else got an autopsy.
But I don't know if Jesus did, so maybe that's why Hogan has it.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge Show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Tuesday, August 26th, 2025, the Bubba the Love Sponge Show originating from Tampa, Florida. Hard telling where you are. Several ways to get us: Rumble, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Locals, X, TuneIn, Florida Man Radio, Bubba Army HQ. I mean,
Captain Creamsicle, $100.
Oh, thank you. If you can't find us, you're probably slightly retarded. Just saying.
Just call your grandkids.
Yeah, call your grandkids and say, hey, can you turn me on to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show? I actually think you can Google it. I think you can just literally Google, how do I listen to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show? Oh, hold on. Dan's on. No, he's not. There he is. Fantastic.
You know Alexa, too, can't you?
I don't know if Alexa has us.
Come on.
If you can't Google us, you can't Alexa us.
Hey, Alexa, play the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Would you like to play the video Bubba the Love Sponge Show on your Fire TV?
No, I just want to listen to it.
Sorry, something went wrong.
Let me the best of when we, like the high spot from yesterday.
Yeah.
The little zinger, if you will, that we try to put in, previously on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Then we tried to throw a little zinger in there. And we're talking about the lack of autopsy with regards to Hogan. And then Seth said, I think Jesus may have gotten one. Yeah. Then we all laugh and go into commercials or whatever to stop. Let me tell you, man, this whole Hogan thing, as I'm kind of in the know.
Is it a whodunit times two?
I'm going to tell you something, man. If this pans out the way I think it's going to pan out, this guy I got on my screen right now should put his resignation in immediately. And that's Chief Eric Gandy, the chief of police. You could not have, as an agency, have handled this any worse than what they tried to just rubber stamp this thing. They tried to just rubber stamp it. They didn't. I mean, there's so many questions that need to be answered, and now they're not being transparent about it with regards to answering any of the media questions. They're just talking to the family right now. That's all they're doing. They're talking to the family. It looks like maybe Sky might have the final say-so on what gets released and doesn't get released. But this dildo, this dumbass, Chief Eric Gandy, I mean, the minute that Hulk Hogan dies if you could basically say on his watch, due to the fact that it's in his district, it's in his city, right? Like it's within his jurisdiction. So if you're the chief of police, like something happens in Tampa, that's on, whoever the chief of police is Tampa, or it could be on the mayor's watch. It's on somebody that's in charge of that agency's watch, so to speak.
Right. So
Okay, here's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Much love to Austin and Justin. They own E&E Electrical Services, and if you need anything electrical, whether if you live in the Tampa Bay area, whether it's Brooksville, Spring Hill, Hernando, Pinellas, Hillsborough, Polk, and they're fully licensed, insured, bonded. It's E&E Electrical Services LLC.
Pre-roll Willie.
Their phone number is 352-631-0867. Let's see where it puts me. Electricalservices.com. Have the final say-so on what gets released and doesn't get released. But this dildo, this dumbass. Hey, Alexa, stop.
My girl came through.
So the minute that Hogan died, they should have locked the house down as a crime scene, potential crime scene, or at least an investigative scene. And they should have completely handled it differently than, remember, they rolled out that bald-headed dildo, this guy?
Yeah.
And said, nothing to see here, nothing suspicious, nothing going on.
Medical-related issue. Personnel provided medical treatment at that time and transported Mr. Balea to Morton Plant Hospital, where he died at 11:17 a.m.
Now, us, as the Clearwater PD, are going to look at this and lock it down as a potential major investigative scene. And so we are going to be, locking the house down. We're going to be getting an autopsy. We're going to look into this death, even though we were told, but when we got there by the wife, that you can't take the wife's word when she's gonna inherit $30 million.
I mean, it's
The Clearwater Police Department is conducting a death investigation, which is standard in these types of cases. There are no signs of foul play or suspicious activity related to this call for service at this time.
Boom! You take that out. You don't even say that. You just say this. You just say this. This is all that you say.
Which is standard in these types of cases. There are no signs.
No. You say this right here.
Died at 11:17 a.m.
All right, here we go. This is all you say.
The Clearwater Police Department is conducting a death investigation, which is standard in these types of cases.
Boom. That's it.
right.
We have a death investigation, which is standard for these type of practices. We don't throw in the last part, because what's going to happen, Eric Gandy, when there is a big whodunit? And you know what? There's right now, there's a lot of stuff circulating around that there might have been a whodunit on this, that Hogan just didn't quietly die, that he went 39 nights of having this severed, how do you say?
Phrenic. Like friend.
He had this severed phrenic nerve, which, by the way, Dan, we didn't see on the cause of death, or this is the first we've seen of this.
The phrenic nerve injury?
Yes.
Absolutely contributed to his death.
I know, but
with that, more than his CLL.
Right, but damn it. Let me.
Was
that a drink?
No, it was a mouse. I'll get it with my feet. Hold on.
A mouse. So okay, that's no big deal.
This guy's head is so reflective. It would be good for like watching a solar eclipse.
What bald head isn't shiny though, Dan?
That's shiny,
this is
man. That's
something
That's. I mean, you could
Dan,
hurt people.
stop making fun of people. Okay, listen to me.
Hold on. If you need hair though, go see Dan. Right?
I don't even know if Dan can help this guy out. Dan needs. You got to have a little crop somewhere
in the back.
for Dan. You got to have a crop of honor somewhere before Dan can take that crop out and put the crop somewhere else.
Maybe this guy's got a little arm hair buildup or something.
Yeah, you need a donor site along the back.
Yeah, he can't go to this guy's ball sack and get hairs. This guy's not fixable. So listen, so you have 39 nights that Hulk Hogan was able, Dan, to live or breathe or at least not die,
survive
with his phrenic nerve injury. And where let me see if I have that cause. Yeah, the cause of death. Here we go. Now, where on this page does it say phrenic nerve?
You know, Bubba, I don't see it on this page.
Manner of death, natural. Cause of death, old man heart attack. Consequence, history of AFib and leukemia. I don't see the phrenic nerve anywhere here.
No.
So if Hogan is dealing with this phrenic nerve deal and he's sleeping at night, 39 nights, in whatever concoction he's taking, whatever medication he's taking to feel more comfortable, be in less pain, it's working. It's working. Dan, I got to think that if for 39 nights you take the same combination on night 40, it just doesn't kill you on night 40 if it didn't kill you on night 39.
It would be very unusual.
So there is a bad guy in the woodpile here. And the police and the Clearwater Police Department have completely just rubber stamped this in order for, and I'll tell you what they need to do right now, what they need to do, because I know for a fact that the body has not been cremated. I know that for a fact, but I know that Sky wants to cremate it. So I think the Clearwater Police Department needs to, as I don't know if Hogan's being held at the funeral home, at the medical examiners. I'm assuming because the medical examiner has been a real lazy piece of shiz on this case, has he not?
Well, he just said, no, nothing to see here.
He said, the actual medical examiner said, I only do autopsies when the police tell me to, which is a lie because the coroner/medical examiner answers to nobody and can do a autopsy on anybody they see fit. They do not work for the police. Now, the police department may say, hey, listen, can you do an autopsy on this because there's some stuff that we want to look at? And he will do it. Absolutely, he will. But he also doesn't need their permission to do one. He can do it on his own. The medical examiner of everybody's county, at least in Florida, is one of the most powerful positions to have. And so at the medical examiner screwed the pooch. The Clearwater Police Department screwed the pooch because you're going to, and Eric Gandy, when this all shakes out the way I know it's going to shake out, you need to be fired. You need to be I guess the city's not controlled by a strong mayor. It's controlled by a council. They need to ask for your resignation. They need to also ask for the lead, she's a female, homicide detective, get rid of her too. Some of my questions I have, do you have any footage of the home? I know the home has a surveillance system. Did you go and preserve that? Or now that we're, I don't know how many weeks away, 4-6 weeks, has the system now re-recorded over itself and it's not available?
Over 30 days without someone intervening, probably gone.
Right. Did you go in immediately and make it a crime scene? Or at least an investigative scene? Did you round up all the pill bottles? Did you get video surveillance from the night before and of the event? Not just relying on the police cam, police body cam surveillance, but getting the home surveillance. Who gave Hogan his prescriptions the night before or the day of? You've done none of it. You've just, again, and the phrenic nerve that everybody now is saying killed him is nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And the police department told the medical examiner, nah, you don't have to do one on this one. This one, he died of an old man heart attack. He had a history of AFib and leukemia. Nothing to see here. Oh, and Joseph Fitzgerald, the number, in my opinion, that probably at least top 5 pill pushers in Pinellas County, to the point where he's been investigated multiple times. And I heard there's a current DEA. I heard the only thing that might save this is the federal DEA's involvement into what happened here. The DEA has listened to our show and has swooped in and started reverse engineering this deal. And they started with Fitzgerald and what he's prescribed Hogan. Now, Fitzgerald, I don't know the results on that, but I know they've swooped in and they've started talking to the guy. But I do know this, that they're at least they started with him to find out what he has prescribed Hogan. Now, maybe he didn't prescribe Hogan an exorbitant amount of painkillers that potentially would have killed him by taking too many. Did Hogan get painkillers otherwise? Otherwheres? Other places? Other people? Did Nick have anything to do with it? There's just so many questions. And so, you know what Eric Gandy needs to do today at, I don't know, whatever time they open up, is he needs to tell Sky, listen, Hogan's body, his actual body, which is still in a freezer at a crematorium near you, he needs to say, we're taking possession of the body. It's now part of an active investigation, and you cannot cremate him. I think at that point, her rights now as a widow and his wife are trumped by the fact that this is an active investigation, and the body is a major part of the investigation, and she can't cremate him. Because the faster she can get him cremated, the faster all of our questions go unanswered, right? I mean, you have nothing. If you don't have his body, who hopefully has not been embalmed. I don't know why you would embalm a guy that's scheduled to be cremated, but I've heard rumors of that. Hopefully his body is intact. Now, Dan, can you thaw a guy out? Because he's frozen. Can you thaw a guy out and still get decent data on an autopsy? I mean, I think it'd be like, thawing out a ribeye. It's still good as long as you thaw it out correctly.
You could absolutely thaw it out and get almost every piece of information you need. You could take a body that's been buried 2 years, pull, and get a lot of information.
Okay. So if he's just been preserved through freezer,
right,
which is what they do.
That's the first thing they do.
And, now does that slow down decomposition?
Yeah.
I mean, just like it virtually stops it, right?
Virtually stops.
How many times can you actually freeze it and thaw it out
freeze
and freeze
thaw?
it? Yeah.
That's interesting.
Probably
you mentioned
not
that.
a lot.
Well, it depends. And things degrade when you freeze and thaw them. I actually did a study when I was in my residency about how freeze-thaw cycles can degrade certain chemicals. And it absolutely degrades things. But they'd still be able, and they test independently for things like fentanyl.
But here's the
and
thing,
they'd be able to get all those levels from him still.
And here's the thing, though. If they're going to thaw him out and do a thorough autopsy, Dan, they're not going to do an autopsy with the mindset as we may have to do another one. They're going to make this one so thorough, the first thawing, that they're not going to have to freeze them. They're not, we should have got. No, they're going to get
freezer burn.
They're going to get on the first one. They're going to get everything.
Yes.
Because right now they're looking stupid. This should have been day 2 stuff. This should have been July 26th stuff.
Yes.
Or at least he died on a Thursday, so it takes Friday. Okay, at least a Monday thing.
Yeah.
He should have had an autopsy, full-blown autopsy on Monday. And you know what? That would have been exactly a month from now. And Dan, it says you say it takes sometimes up to a month to get results from an autopsy. We would be getting those results right now.
Yes.
And instead, Eric Gandy and his inept Keystone cops over there at the Clearwater PD, not saying all of you are, because there's some great ones over there, but with this detective of homicide led by Eric Gandy, you need to be fired. Because I'm hearing things that I can't even say on the radio.
Just give us a taste.
I can't.
What are beaks?
A little tickle.
Well, I'll just
Touch our undercarriage.
I'll just tell you, there are people who have the same opinion I do that he went out the way Dan and I said he did. There are people that say he went out the way we said he did, which is
riding the white dragon,
which is riding the Percocet dragon.
Oh.
Now, whether those Percocets were prescribed by Fitzgerald, whether he went out and got them on the streets,
Whether ortho prescribed him, the guy that did the surgery.
Whether now I'm hearing something else.
Oh.
I'm hearing something else.
Like a Santa Claus laugh.
That will just make this like.
Tell us tell us this.
Come
one.
on, give us a rub.
I would have to take everybody.
Oh, not in the kitchen.
I can.
Really?
Hold
Phones in the
on.
kitchen kind of deal?
Hold on.
Phones in the
And
freezer?
this comes from very reliable sources. Dr. Dan. Okay, I got him. Lummy. I got you, Seth.
You've been right
I got
about
you.
everything so far, Bubba,
And- hold
except
on.
Shiloh making the bucks.
Exactly. I have. You're right.
Your
You're right.
sources told you that he was going to be on the practice squad.
Yeah, and that still could very well happen. I think.
Yes,
I
sure.
think. Let me see. And then
Yeah,
let me see.
Shador made the Browns at least.
Yeah.
Did he?
All right.
Yeah.
They
All right.
traded
So
Kenny Pickett.
hold on. Hold on here. I'm writing.
Dude, no way Macho
Hold
Man
on.
was involved in this. Wow.
I put Macho Man in so that everybody knows it.
No, I mean the bro. Yeah, Slim Jim Macho Man.
With
His ghost.
How about that, Sponge? Don't forget about me.
Gene can't handle any Hogan truth. It's really, he's been choked up.
here we go. I
Okay.
just sent it to all of you.
Oh.
And
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
No.
Oh my God!
No, Dan. Seriously, don't go over the top. I mean, go over the top because that's over the top.
That's over the top. No, that's oh my God.
That's like it kind of gives
Damn.
reason as to why they wanted to rubber stamp all this. Get it? You know what I'm saying?
No way, man.
Yeah, that would be. That's. But dude,
I'm
that's such a jobber.
I'm just saying.
But do you believe it?
Yes, from where it came from. Yes.
Is she naughty?
Don't. I cannot. I cannot
you do that.
Don't ask me any questions about what I sent you.
Okay, can I ask about me?
No.
I can't ask about me.
You. What do you mean you?
No, you
What,
can't.
You expect? Are you trying to do a pill overdose tonight?
No, I'm asking, can I hop in line?
No. I don't think that the person may not be free enough to hop in line.
Okay, well, that's what I was asking.
If indeed.
I'm not free enough to hop in
Wow.
line. I just
But-
wanted to.
I'm just saying.
Where'd
right,
that intel come from?
well,
The National Enquirer of Tampa Bay.
yeah, which is me. I would say, I don't know if I can say, but no, I can't say that. I can't say that. But
Dude, you gotta be so careful on that
now,
one.
hold on. Let me add another thing to you. Okay, hold on, Larry. Let me send you guys another thing that kind of
Oh, sweet Maria.
as to why
You got pictures?
No, but how I got that intel and what backs up the intel. Okay.
I heard a lot of stuff online that he was like, close to releasing stuff on child trafficking too. I saw that a bunch of times online.
Okay, well, those are.
I was
all
going to say,
made
it seems
up.
like a Facebook.
It is.
I know it is like Facebook and Instagram stuff and
Hogan was about to expose Epstein.
yeah, Chris Cornell.
That's pretty much what they're saying.
All right, hold on here. There's the second part of it, and there's the second part of it.
Oh, I can't handle this. I can't handle any more of this.
Oh, boy.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
That's so like.
But
I mean, I mean, just wow,
Can
right?
I ask a question?
Yeah. I mean, now hold on. Every question you ask, guys, don't narrow it down so that people can, because I'm not supposed to be talking about this. And I'm talking about it in very vague terms. There's nobody that would even, like, even the like Iggy and Snook Slayer and, just everybody, unsavory, everybody that just dissects the show at every little second. I don't think that they could have predicted what I sent you guys. Am I right? Like, I don't think I've given any indication.
Okay, can I just ask one thing?
Yes.
The one that was there at the time?
Yes.
At the morning?
Yes.
The morning? Really?
Okay, enough. That's too much.
Okay.
But yes. Yes.
They found a secret penis on Hogan's back.
Found a secret penis on Hogan's back.
Well, that was always the rumor that he had too. That's what the rumor in the locker room was with the boys. That Virgil could self-fillet and that Hogan had too.
No, Hogan didn't have two.
Yeah, it was twice the size of a normal one.
So
that's all. It's double sized.
So Dan, think about this. Think about if you're the chief of police and you've botched this up so bad by saying, just pretty much giving everybody a pass from day one, not securing the home video footage, which Hogan's house was completely cambered up. Wonder where he got that idea, and then not preserving that. They've only had their feet held to the fire recently, mostly by us, and so now they're scrambling, trying to question people, talk to people, question Fitzgerald, and maybe scramble around for an autopsy. And some of this stuff is not available anymore, including but not limited to the surveillance footage of the home. And so if that's been over 30 days, which it has been, he died on the 24th. Today's the 26th.
Oh, man.
That footage may not be available, and that footage could help you in that part of the investigation. And so, this is the highest profile, most popular person ever to have died in Clearwater, not to mention Florida, not to mention in our lifetimes. You got Michael Jackson, you got Elvis, you got Hogan.
But Bubba, seriously, and I was going to take this to Twitter, and I'm not being funny here because I've been thinking about this for weeks.
Be careful.
No, do you really think that Hogan, in the overall scheme of things, is more famous than Ponce de Leon?
No one knew who Ponce de Leon was back in the day.
We all know who he is now, though.
No. In today's world, yes, absolutely. Maybe in the overall scheme of the world history, no. But in today, like in the last, 70 years or 50 years, because he kind of got popular when he was 25, 26. So like in the last 45, in our lifetimes, yes, absolutely.
There was no Ponce mania in England. They didn't know about him in Europe.
They might have had some Ponce mania on the underground.
I would say, with regards to our lifetimes, the popularity of people that have died would be in this order: Elvis, Michael Jackson, Hulk Hogan.
Yep.
That's where I would put it.
He's that big, Bubba. He's that big.
Yes.
And he's so obviously distinguishable from the rest of the world. He sticks out
just like all three of them were.
Yeah, well,
all three of them were very distinguishable. Like if you saw Elvis, you knew it was Elvis.
Yeah, but
you saw Michael Jackson, you knew it was Michael Jackson.
They could still hide in a crowd if they had to. He couldn't hide. He couldn't hide. He's too big.
He's 6'7".
He's too big.
But there's not even any good Hulk Hogan impersonaters out there.
Not at all.
Hulk Hogan, like Hulk Hogan. This should have been a no-brainer for the medical examiner to be that lazy to say, "Oh, I only do investigations when the Clearwater PD thinks something." No, bitch, you got arguably the most popular person ever to have died certainly probably the most popular person to die in Florida by far. And probably in the top 3 of our lifetime, and you're not automatically going to do an autopsy? And the Clearwater PD are going to say, "Oh, there's no suspicion here." If If there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the room that he dies, every one of those people need to be questioned. I don't know that any of them were. And so,
Butler.
Eric Gandy, you hack, you absolute piece of dog shiz, you need to be fired. Because if it does come out that but here's the thing, Dan, this stuff could have very well happened, and they're gonna cover it all up. They're gonna cover it all up.
Well, we need to write a tell-all book.
Well, I mean, I will get some answers.
The unofficial story of the Hogan death.
I will get some answers today. I will get some answers today. I told I can say I can't tell you how, but I will.
Will you keep me posted?
Will there be finality to this story today?
No.
No, maybe. I don't know.
Dude, it'll take weeks to get finality.
I do have a major announcement, and so I need everybody in this room to write this date down, Friday, September 6th. Now, it's not a requirement that you attend this.
Do you mean the 5th?
Friday, September, is it the 5th or the 6th?
Well, the 6th is Saturday, so I'm just making sure.
No, it's the 5th.
Okay.
Let me just look at my calendar here. I'm sure it is the 5th. Yes, it's the 5th.
Okay.
So Friday, September 5th, which is only, 2 weeks from now or so?
It's a week and a half.
Yeah, Friday, September 5th. Now, if you can't make it, no big deal. But the documentary people have secured a movie theater here in town, and it's friends, family. It's not open to the public. And we're going to have kind of our debut of Video Killed the Radio Star.
Oh, incredible.
Sweet.
And so, Steve and Jay and you, all your significant others, Tom, Lummy, and Lummy, I'll probably be inviting, maybe some of the inner circle, like Creatine.
Oh, okay.
Iggy.
I heard there was going to be a special Jay Diaco Tom Bean Q&A after the movie.
Sure. So it's going to be at the I don't know if I'm gonna announce it, Lummy, where it's going to be, because we're going to have security there, and you're going to have to be on the list to get in.
Well, if somebody really wants to see the documentary that bad, Bubba, where they circumvent security and they show up somewhere that's not open to the public, I mean, you got to let them in at that point, right?
But I don't even think I need to tell everybody where it's at.
No, I wouldn't.
Because yeah.
I agree with what Pippi Shortchoker just said, because I thought of it just like they did. You could have a limited, maybe if there's some extra seating, and just sell some outrageously priced seats.
No, I'm not doing that.
For the special exclusive.
No. I appreciate you, Pippi, trying to put a few extra dollars in my pocket, but this isn't a shakedown. This is more of a pound my chest and be proud moment than it is, trying to,
This is about to get Bubba's truth out there.
Yeah.
We'll make the money afterwards.
Right. I don't need to charge you, $150 to come and grab one of the last 25 seats on the upper deck. I just need to. So it's a VIP invitation only. Like Reggie Roundtree and Kevin Hazlett and Steve and Jay both participated in it.
Tuttle's in it. Is he going to walk the red carpet?
He can. Well,
hopefully he made the cut. I haven't seen the...
He did.
Okay.
Absolutely made the cut. So everybody in this room made the cut. Macho Man, everybody.
I wasn't.
Not only do you don't have to be in it.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know. I wasn't. Yeah, you said everybody in the room made the cut.
Made the cut to go.
Oh, I thought you made the. Oh, okay.
Made the cut to go.
Oh, thank you.
With a +1,
thank you,
or
sir.
maybe a +6. Like if you got 6, like a paper towel Willie, or just let me. I'm going to probably have to work with you.
Yeah. Bye Boy hit me up. He needs 3.
Who?
Bye Boy.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Thanks, Group of Lips. Morning, Dutch Dude. 7 on glass. Jerkism. Sun Slayer. Yinzer. God. Skew 1. Cell Track Shop. Crush Sugarhead, AFC Foot Slave, Cookie, Orbit, good morning, Caviar, good morning, Illumination, Night Rider, Love, Blair, Shut it up. What was Afterbirth? Good morning to you, buddy. Joey the Greek.
Hey,
Yes, sir.
bio work, fuck off.
Iowa. Oh, was that another?
Just straight fuck off. Somebody ban him right now, immediately. What are you fucking...
It's blood work. Thanks, J. Griller. Bubba. All right, grumpy old biker, Group of Lips. Yeah. The Amic. Xerxes, Dirt Merchant. What's up, CC Hall? Good morning. Xerxes over here too. Blind Spot. Greg DeFilito. Carlo Bartle. Bob Cook. Fuck you. I don't disagree with that about sports being.
Tell me that shit doesn't... If that shit fucking pans out...
Can you believe it? That's crazy, Bubba. Crazy. I got a bathroom.
All right, fuckwads, what's going on? What's up, Jeff? What's up, Biker? What's up, John? What's up, Woody? What up, Captain Ron? I feel like you're an annoying bitch, Greg. That's what I feel like. What's up, Dirt Merchant? What's up, Cash? What up, Danny? What's up, Tuttle?
What's up, Ellis Woody 73? Good morning.
Thank you,
Bubba,
Eric.
you
I
blow up
appreciate-
the entire internet with that.
Oh, I mean, and I'm
The whole fucking thing.
the only motherfucker that...
What's up, Xerxes the Mick? You know.
Yeah, well,
Like,
I'm sure
nobody's
TNT will
even-
steal that from you at some point.
Nobody's even...
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Personnel provided medical treatment at that time and transported Mr. Balea to Morton Plant Hospital, where he died at 11:17 a.m. The Clearwater Police Department is conducting a death investigation, which is standard in these types of cases. There are no signs of foul play or suspicious activity related to this call for service at this time.
So we're going to tell the medical examiner not to do an autopsy on a guy that's, lived his life as a pro wrestler for 30 plus years and taken copious amounts of pain pills while the real cause was not an old guy heart attack. It was the severing. Now, here's what I'm saying, Dan. Why nowhere in the cause of death, why isn't this infamous, phrenic nerve or whatever, why is it not? They're claiming now that that's the reason. Mm-hmm. Not the old guy heart attack with a leukemia kicker. Nobody's saying that. They're all saying it's because of this phoretic nerve.
Right. Pointing towards respiratory failure, not a heart attack.
So, I again, Eric Gandy, I hope you have to resign or get fired or something because you've completely botched. And listen, everything that happens within the Clearwater PD is on your tab, my friend. If some Clearwater cop later today goes and beats the crap out of an old lady, that's on you. Every action of every police officer at the end of the day is your responsibility in some way, shape, or form under your command. And obviously you guys are a bunch of Keystone cops. Nobody has secured the home. I know for a fact, that the Clearwater Police Department did not secure the home footage. They did not preserve, they haven't even, Dan, they haven't even really kept tabs on the body. They haven't even kept tabs on the body.
Oh.
So, anyway, this is going to...
So there's no chain of custody with the body, is what you're saying?
Yeah, because there's, up until today, up until last week, when I really started churning this up, they start getting a little bit freaked out. Well, when Brooke actually started, kind of asking some questions, that's when they started to get flipped out. And then when the feds came in and went to Fitzgerald, that's when they started to get freaked out. If I'm the Clearwater PD, I put police, that kind of tape that you can put on the door that you can tell if it's been opened or not, like evidence tape. You know how, Dan, though?
Yes, like the yellow tape?
Yeah. I would have told Sky, if I'm the Clearwater PD, you need to grab a bag. By the way, she lived somewhere else. Hogan had just bought her a $6 million home about a mile away from their El Dorado home that had a dock. Hogan loved his beach property, but he also liked boating. And so he bought a fellow attorney, one of Kevin Hazlett's friends' home for $6 million, put $2 million in renovations, and that's where Sky lives.
Yeah, I heard she actually moved into that place.
She did.
Yeah.
So, when he dies, as the medical teams are hauling his body away in the ambulance, while you have eyes on her and she can't tamper with anything or anything like that, you tell her to pack a bag. This house is now, under investigation. You don't necessarily say it's a crime scene because you don't know a crime was committed, but you certainly know there was a death that happened in this house, which is investigative worthy. And you then at that point secure the home. You make her leave. You secure the home, and you start doing your forensic, investigation. And you start with you ask her to give you access, or maybe you have to get a judge in a court order for her to give you full access to their surveillance system. And you start with that. Then you send another unit down to Fitzgerald You're talking to him. You're looking at all the prescriptions he's given Hogan. You're seeing if Hogan got them filled. You're going to the pharmacies. By the way, supposedly Fitzgerald's prescriptions won't be filled by your Publix and your Walgreens and your CVS's, that he can only get them filled at mom and pop type places. You go and make sure indeed that if he gave a prescription of 60 Percocets, then indeed they did fill them. And you start reverse engineering this, looking at video footage, who is in care of them, what type of care they gave him, and why is it for 39 nights he was okay, and on the 40, okay with this severed nerve that controls your diaphragm. Dan, would you say that, at that point, what was his diaphragm operating at? 50%, 20%, 40%?
0.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But he's
he's using his intercostal and scalene muscles to breathe. He's expanding his ribs, but not pulling down on the diaphragm.
And so for 39 nights, he's able to do that in whatever setup he was using or whatever medication he was taking. And then on the 40th night, going into the 40th morning, all of a sudden now he's going to have what they call an old man heart attack. I don't know if I quite believe that. I mean, you as a doctor, that seems odd. And then when they put on the death certificate, nothing to do with this severed nerve and nothing at all to do with it, when realistically it probably had everything to do with it.
Right. The jump to the acute myocardial infarction, I think, is bizarre, because there's no evidence that he had an acute heart attack. He obviously died of respiratory failure. He wasn't breathing well. It was the handicap he sort of had for the last 5 weeks before he died. And although a heart attack can happen at any time, Bubba, you know that, it still would be very unlikely in this scenario.
Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Look here, brother.
What's that?
Look here, brother. You took a fine time to bite your tongue. Tell the world what you told them 3.
I can't.
Brother.
Stop trying to act like Hogan, you dumbass. Quit it. Just stop.
Oh, man.
I just can't. Okay? This is a very, 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 very explosive potential allegation. It's not locked in stone. It's not been confirmed. It's being tracked down as we speak.
Are you looking to vet it so you could air it out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm absolutely. I'm working with another guy.
Oh,
with another news agency, a major one, trying to vet this. The one thing that we have vetted is the last part that I sent you, missing in action.
Yes,
I have vetted that. Nowhere to be found. So
that in itself is absolutely crazy.
Right. So, but I'm not going to be, I just can't.
But the other part, even more crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean,
I want to ask you something.
Text it to him.
Do you want to ask me something?
Yeah.
Do you want to text it to me?
Yes.
Did you see where, we might as well get through some sports. Did you see where the edge rusher, well, I think he's actually the last couple years sack leader of the NFL.
He's 17 and a half.
Yeah, I think for the last couple years, he was only guaranteed $14 million. And he's a $30 million a year guy. So the Bengals stepped up. I think all $30 million's guaranteed. He wouldn't sign a long-term deal, only a 1 year deal. Trey Hendrickson ended his holdout with a $30 million guaranteed from the Bengals. How are the Bengals able to navigate through the cap with T. Higgins, with now this guy, and with Joe Burrow? Like, how are they able to navigate through that?
They're not. It's a disaster.
Yes.
Lummy, they think so.
Okay.
They think so.
Okay.
So it's just Can you imagine, guys, if I'm allowed to come out with that? Like if tomorrow I come out with that.
If you can substantiate it, that's hot off the press. I mean, that's like D-Day, kind of hot.
I mean, yeah. Anyway, rolling through these sports stories and going into words and regrouping. The Bucks, after what, 5 seasons?
Yeah.
Was he on his last year of his rookie deal because he was a second rounder?
I think this was his I think he had a 4-year deal.
The Bucks releasing Kyle Trask, which by the way, they blew a second-round draft pick on him from the University of Florida under, I think it was Brady's last year, and he was supposed to be the guy. And I often heard rumors that Brady helped pick him.
Yep. But he kind of sucked in college. He wasn't that great. I mean, he was okay. He had like NFL size and stuff like that, but
he had a good senior year.
He had a decent year, but he wasn't.
Bucks, they let go Kyle Trask, making Teddy Bridgewater the primary backup to Baker Mayfield. Now, do they have a third quarterback?
Yes, nobody guy.
Yeah, he's some jobber. I mean, Teddy Two Gloves over here. He was coaching high school football last year, so that doesn't say much about Kyle Trask.
So here's another interesting story. The price of beers, the price of a 16-ounce beer at every stadium. The lowest is the Bengals. I mean, man, you can go to a Bengals game, Lummy, and really get a pretty $6.80.
I saw this. It made me upset how where we're at.
It should make you upset.
And meanwhile,
it's upsetting.
The Bucks are third highest at $14.25
instead of $7 or $8.
So it's toasty as hell outside, man. They know that
You know what? You're right. Probably the weather, Seth, has something to do with it, meaning like, the hotter you get, the more you want to drink, right?
I mean, yeah, look, Miami's up there. San Francisco's up there.
Chargers are up there.
Expensive towns.
Yeah, I was going to say, look at the California teams are below us.
I mean, they got California teams. They got both New York teams. New York, the largest TV market in all of media, at $13. The Bucks are $1.25 more. If I'm a Bucks season ticket holder or a suite holder, I'm bitching about about
I mean, most of the people that have those,
we're more than Miami.
I know.
We're $2.25 more than Miami.
Significantly. That's like 15%, 20% more than Miami. That's ridiculous. The thing is, though, some of it is cost of living. Like, if I had my house in Detroit or Cleveland, it would probably be worth about $50,000. So I understand the beers being cheaper, but it does not make sense that Tampa is more expensive than Miami.
I'm trying to find
Green Bay?
No, I know where Green Bay is. Green Bay is at $10.50, which I still think's a little much for the smallest market in town. And where they make beer.
Right.
They
up the street.
Now where is the Jaguars?
1024, right below Green Bay.
Oh, right below Green Bay. Okay. So we're the highest in all of Florida. At $14.25.
40% more expensive than Jacksonville. Does that make sense, Bubba?
Cleveland, but they must, it just shows you but the Bengals are not an ass bucket team. I mean, the Bengals just recently, 2 or 3 years ago played in the Super Bowl.
I don't think people were going to their games for a real long time. I think they had trouble getting people in there.
In Detroit, Minnesota, those are all. That's all. I mean, listen, $8 is about what I think is reasonable for a beer. You know what? That's still, it kind of hurts you, but that's $14.25. So, Lummy, I know you like your beer.
Yeah.
I mean, you're paying $14.25 for 16 ounces of beer.
No, I'm sneaking things in.
No, oh yeah, you are.
Come up to the box, and he's not paying those prices.
How do you sneak it in, Lummy? What are the ways? Because it's not easy. What are the ways to do it?
Don't give it up.
And hold on, and Walker's bottle.
Right, exactly.
All of Walker's bottles are filled with Miller Lite.
Exactly.
There's not bottles anymore. Are you still get? Are you? What do you? What do you get?
But you could bring a bottle. They wouldn't think second about it, right? You know, the kids.
Yeah, you have to have milk. Yeah, they let you bring
he's
milk.
he's got to have some milk, and he's off the teat now.
That's
you know.
right. I'm not telling.
The Browns, they released Kenny Pickett, sent him to the Raiders for a sixth. So now it looks like the Browns quarterback room has now taken shape with, of course, Flacco at 1. What do they got? The Dylan Gabriel guy at 2, and then Shador at 3.
Yes.
And does Shador, is he on the team or is he on the practice team?
No, if you're the third quarterback, you're on the team.
Yeah, he's on the team.
You can't risk getting that guy pulled.
He might not be active on game days, but he's on the team.
The Bucks, as they released Shiloh Sanders, they also released the really, really, really heavy guy from the Gators. They never let him play. He never got to participate on any drills or any type of one-on-ones or anything like that. His entire time he was with the Bucks, they had him running around the field nonstop.
See, to me, that's a waste of what his talent is. That's like taking a guy that's really good with knives and making him shoot a gun. This guy was not designed to be skinny. He was designed to be big.
But
and
I
they
think
wouldn't
he
let him practice until he could reach some certain
but I gotta
arbitrary
tell you,
rate.
I don't know what he weighs there. I think he came in at 460, but I think they wanted him below 400.
Yeah.
But if you look at him, you can tell noticeably that his stomach's down. You can noticeably tell that I don't know what he weighs.
They say he lost 27 pounds since March.
Okay. So he's probably like at, 420, something like that.
There were sources saying that he wasn't taking it serious.
Yeah. So now he got cut.
Yeah.
Now, are they looking for Shiloh to clear waivers and put him on practice, or are they done? Is the Shiloh experience done here in Tampa?
I think that's sailed out.
Yeah, it's done after the punch.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think he got claimed by anybody, did he?
No. Guys are still guys. That was the first wave of releases yesterday. I mean, there's still going to be a whole nother wave.
Yeah, they have till today, right? I think today till 4:00.
Yeah, I'm not sure when the cutdown is, but I mean, there's going to be
today. It's today. I just don't know what time.
There's going to be a lot of guys out there. I'd be surprised if Shiloh got picked up.
Hi, who's this?
Yeah, hi, Bubba. I'm calling from Maryland. I'm a listener on from way back in the John Gruden days.
Okay.
I wanted to give props to a kicker out of Florida, the Gators, from my neck of the woods, and my kids are actually friends with him. Trey Smack.
All right, so he's the place kicker for the Gators.
Yeah, he'll be drafted next year.
All right, perfect. We'll be looking for that. Appreciate your call. Shall we?
Anything else on your mind?
Anything else?
Who else you know?
Hope he has,
not really. Other than
hope he has a great year this year. Nails them all. They win a couple games on his last second field goal. That'd be great. Gets drafted. I don't know. I think the Bucks actually have a pretty good. I think they have a solid field goal kicker, don't they?
They do. Yes.
The last time they drafted one, it really worked out well.
Didn't they draft a guy in the second?
Yeah, Aguayo from Florida State.
Yeah,
poor kid.
So anyway, man, we wish your friend's place kicker, the starting place kicker for the Gators, we wish him well, my friend.
I appreciate it. Other than that, everything it's all rigged. Use your own discernment.
Okay, whatever he just said. It was all
this weekend, Bubba. There was a college game, University of Hawaii against, I think it was Stanford. And
this past weekend,
and the game-winning field goal was kicked by a Japanese kid that learned how to kick watching YouTube videos. And he came to America, barely spoke any English, talked to a secondary type team to pick him up, played for a year or two there, and then got pulled up to Hawaii and won the game with his field goal. It was beautiful. That's the kind of stories you love to hear in college football. Instead of kids that are, groomed since they were 11 years old and have, $50 million NIL contracts. This kid just learned how to kick off of YouTube videos, and now he's kicking in Division I football. God bless him.
When I come back, I have to say, first of all, Buzzard Bob, I don't know how you got my email, but can you stop sending me Hulk Hogan cheese dick AI, please? Please, Bob. I'm going to put you.
That goes for everybody too out there on Facebook, on Messenger, on Twitter,
on Bubba Army HQ,
Instagram.
Emails.
I don't need any Hulk Hogan content either.
Yeah, and it's all AI. And the only reason I'm playing these two pieces that Buzzard Bob sent me is because they're so bad, they're so cringe that I got to play them. Bob. I don't understand. Well, Bob, maybe I know a little bit more about your mindset now and what you find is funny, and obviously you're easily duped.
Did he think they were real?
I don't think he maybe. Yeah, I think he does.
Oh boy.
And one of which is a Taylor Swift tribute. Now, like, Taylor Swift is going to be doing a tribute about Hulk Hogan. No. Everything that Taylor Swift does is so highly calculated and so highly planned and strategically to increase the brand and to always make the brand look good. Hell, her just doing an impromptu podcast on her boyfriend or maybe fiance's podcast probably had 6 handlers had to go through and think about it and, approve it and what have you. She doesn't do a lot of spontaneous, irresponsible things that jeopardize her brand. Taylor Swift is probably one of the most correctly managed, high-profile celebrities in the world. You don't ever see her getting looped up in any nonsense, ever.
No, and she was endearing on the podcast. So, I mean, she does. She is very protective of her brand.
She is, and she nails it. She's a
professional.
She's not going to be doing a Hulk Hogan tribute video, Bob. Bob, did you? Here's the thing about it, Bob, is I really think that you think that it's real.
Buzzard Bob's in chat. He said, I thought they were real.
If you liked that segment, then you'll definitely like the new redesigned BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back to the Bubba the Love Sponge show after this.
Content. Does that hurt? Does that hurt you? Are you hurt?
Yes, he is.
Oh.
Bob? No, not Bob. Bob?
Show this to Bubba. Show this to Bubba. Show this to Bubba.
Well, HQ emails are just getting. And people get. Then there's a couple people that get mad that you don't play it on the air.
Oh, God.
Watch.
Blind spot, you keep hanging around bitching about Hogan, dude. That definitely says you have a lot going on in your life. Oh, man. What up, Berto? What up, radio?
For four generations.
What up, Irwin? What up, Permagrom? What up, Carlton? Out in Australia.
Permagrom's in Australia?
No, Carlton Blazing Blues is. It's yesterday there.
It is yesterday. No, it's tomorrow there, isn't it? In Australia, I think it's tomorrow.
That's what I thought, but now I'm starting to think it was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm starting to think it's yesterday. Oh shit, that's awesome, Berto. How much was that? Her stuff's pretty expensive. What's up, Profile? She broke a double-double record last night. I saw something.
Angel?
Yeah. Pantelitron's in the UK.
Is Caitlin Clark still injured?
Yeah.
I wonder what the viewership of women's basketball's done since surgery.
Oh my God.
I bet if you tracked it, it would be ugly to see.
And now there's also talk about a lockout.
Oh, that's great. They really know how to fucking play. So let's plan a lockout when our numbers are down 50%.
Well, I think they're going to think of the lockout will be next year. They could have a down year this year, then no year next year. That's how you get the business going.
Yeah, that's how you get the most for your money.
It destroyed hockey for a couple of years. It destroyed baseball for a couple of years.
Well, it's not good for any. It's never good. I mean, in the long run, I'm sure the players will make their money and stuff, but for the game,
is there an objective percentage of how much it's down since she's been hurt? Like, you know, like this last week versus 6 weeks ago?
It'd be tough. I would guess the viewership for their games are way, way down. But I think all their tickets probably had already been sold.
Right. The fever.
Yeah.
Dan, we're going to talk about the picture you saw yesterday right here.
Oh yeah.
That's a good.
You were talking about it.
That's a good-looking truck.
All right, good-looking rig behind it.
All right, Canada checking in, sunshine. Look at that. Canada, UK, Australia. Fuck yeah!
I can't hear you.
What about China? Anybody in China?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't see him?
We don't have any listeners in China.
Hong Wei.
I think we've got some in South Korea.
Oh.
Hold me now.
Somebody's asking me to stop unblock these metal detectors.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Lummy, we got to come up with a list for the Video Killed the Radio Star day, premiere, if you will.
Okay.
Friday, September 5th. Now, it's not available to purchase on, let me see, I think it's Apple, Amazon, Google, iTunes. It's not available to purchase until the 12th, which is that Friday thereafter. But starting on, I think, the 3rd, September 3rd, Wednesday, September 3rd, you can pre-buy it. And if we can get 1,000 pre-buys before the 12th, then it kicks an algorithm that puts us like on a trending algorithm deal, a trending/suggestion algorithm, which I think will help us tremendously. So if you are part of, if Bob Cook would want to go, or, Creatine, or any of the boys who, part of the Get Fresh crew and just, our friends. Yeah. If you want to go, reach out to us and we'll let you know if we have room or not. I'm in the process of trying to get, rough in a list. Dan, I don't know if you're going to be in town that Friday night or not.
I should be, and I would love to attend.
And your brothers as well.
Thank you.
So I'll ask them. So, Lummy, yesterday I was talking about how I was so proud of Michael Fabrizi and how he's taken his dad's and his grandpa Dick Fabrizi's tradition and started his own roofing company. He worked for Handyman Roofing for 15 plus years, learned a business. His dad's moved to Rochester, New York. His dad really can't help him out And so, Michael's taken what he's learned. He took his sister, Raquel, who did the back end and the office part, took a couple of really good salesmen, Tony Gaudiosi, bingo, and they got, fourth gen roofing. If you can hear my voice within the Tampa, I think they go as far north as maybe like Hernando and as far south as like Port Charlotte.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Here's their commercial.
For 4 generations, we've been more than just roofers. We've been your neighbors, providing Tampa Bay homes with superior service. 4th Gen Roofing are your local roof repair specialists with decades of expertise and knowledge. Our family's legacy of highest quality craftsmanship lives on through every project. Visit us online to save $1,000 on a new roof or $250 on a repair. Before you spend, call 4th Gen.
4th Gen Roofing, our family's legacy, your peace of mind.
Now, $1,000 off a new roof, $250 off a roof repair, but an extra 10% off of all of that if you just mention Bubba Army. So I'm talking about it yesterday. Dan just left the show, and Dan's merging on. He's got I think, Dan, did you drive your Cybertruck yesterday?
Yes, that was a Cybertruck.
Drove the Cybertruck. He's merging on 275 in West Shore, and literally, as he's merging on, there's a 4th Gen roofing truck, and boy, what a nice dump trailer.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It looks like it's all brand new stuff.
It is. They went and bought all new, brand new stuff. They're like
Nice.
working for, because Fabrizi, if you're gonna do it, you got to do it right.
Right.
Can't roll up in some dilapidated truck with some salesman that doesn't have his shirt tucked in, doesn't have a logoed shirt, doesn't have a wrapped truck. I'm assuming, Lummy, this isn't a salesman. This is a crew.
It's a crew,
That's a crew going out to probably take the old shingles off. That's where they put that. That's where they put all this stuff. And then the shingles usually get dropped at the shingle manufacturer usually drops them at the location, right?
Usually what they do, because I got my roof, a month or two ago, they'll drop that dump trailer off before the crew gets there and have all the supplies delivered same day.
Boom.
And then the crew just shows up and gets after it.
I heard that on a house your size, they can get it done in a day or two.
Yeah, it took about a day and a half.
Yeah.
It's usually a 2-day deal now.
Yeah, it's a 2-day. Unless it's a tile. I think tile roofing's a little bit more. I think.
Oh, yeah, it takes like a week or two.
Because they can't just go because when they do shingles, they got those pneumatic guns. It goes.
Oh yeah.
Whereas with the tile, I think they got to put them in place and put mortar and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, wow, what a nice looking rig! What a nice looking trailer! Just a great presentation for a startup roof company that if you have an opportunity to do business with them or you need a roof, and boy, I'm thinking with all this rainy season, if you got a roof leak, it's going to show itself soon. I mean, we've been getting, I don't know about you, Lummy, but at my apartment yesterday, it felt like a hurricane.
Oh,
it was
nuts.
a monsoon. Seth, did you get it over in Pinellas? Like absolutely like monsoon, like rain.
No, it was worse over here yesterday.
It was.
Yeah.
Dan, were you
It just rained all day, man. It rained all day. It never stopped.
Oh.
I answered my own question looking it up, Bubba. The answer, national viewership fell 55% since Caitlin Clark's injury.
National viewership, so that includes...
Indiana viewership fell 53%.
Yeah.
But Macho needed to talk to you about the roof here after the show.
What's going on here?
We saw something yesterday.
Just tell me.
Okay. There's a leak in the roof in the back.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's tarp it up and act like we didn't know it was there. Get the hell out of here.
Got a blue tarp on the roof.
Yeah, we want our deposit back.
Is it back by like the warehouse area, or is it?
Yeah, it's in that back.
How bad? Macho, your mic's on. Macho, is it like really, really bad, or is
Did you have to put a bucket down to catch the drips?
No, it's like a drip.
Oh, okay.
Drip.
You think we could put like some of that coating on it and fix it, or you think there's
like Flex Seal or something?
Yeah,
so I can get up there.
All right. So I don't know if I'm going to get a copyright strike on this.
Oh God.
I don't know. Okay. So let me just tell you. So Buzzard Bob, God bless his soul, and Buzzard Bob, you've been with us for a long time, but Buzzard Bob, you're old. There's, And Lummy, you said that Buzzer Bob was in chat and he fell for this. He thought this was real.
Yes.
Well, hold on. Older people have been giving out their social security numbers to scammers, since the beginning of time, right? So getting tricked by AI should just be par for the course.
Yeah, you're probably right. So he sends me 2 Hulk Hogan tribute songs. And both are obvious AI, and both are about as cheese dick as you could possibly get. And when I didn't think it could get any more cheese dick, with the first one that he sent me, which was, like it was like Gene Lasker and the Outlaws driving a hearse into a WWE event, and then some. Oh yeah, wait till you see it, Seth. Wait till you see it.
Dude, this is 6 minutes long. I
know. And then some AI country guy singing outside of a ring with just when you didn't think it could get any worse than that. I only watched about 2 minutes of it before I was like, this is cheese dick AI. Then he sends me another one, and it's, of all people, Taylor Swift doing a tribute to Hulk Hogan. I'm like, oh man, I gotta show Seth this. So Bob, please know that you got bamboozled. There isn't people doing these things. This is all AI, and it's about, not only is it, now there's some good AI out there. There is. But there's some real cheese dick AI.
Well, none of the songs are good.
And this is one of them. So right now, for those that don't have the visual aspect, it's a souped up hearse with like wheels on it, and then it's like 100 outlaw bikers with red and yellow flags that they're carrying. And they're all surrounded the hearse as it's driving down what looks like to be the middle of Montana. Does it not?
Yes.
I mean, does it not look like it's in the middle of the Great Plains? Then, now hold on. Then it shows the hearse now driving into an arena, and everybody has a Hulk Hogan Hulkamania shirt on. Looks to be like an outdoor arena, and with like 2 or 3 bodyguards accompanying the hearse.
By the way, if Vince was still running WWE, he would have done this.
You're probably right. And then it has what, I don't know if these are supposed to be wrestlers. I'm assuming they are because they're thick neck, but you really can't distinguish who's who.
They're certainly not Secret Service bodyguards.
Now these pallbearers are putting Hogan's casket in the middle. Bob, if you can't tell that these people
part looks fake.
Yeah, like this is about as fake as it gets. Now they're putting Hogan's casket in the middle of a ring on a gold and black platform.
They walked right through the platform. Did you see that? They walked right through the platform like they were ghosts.
Now all the lights are down in the arena, and all lights are on the casket. And here comes the country and western singer.
Oh God.
Tonight, we don't just remember a wrestler. We remember a brother, a fighter, a man who gave everything to all of us. This is for you, brother.
Can you imagine Bob sitting in his bunk, Lummy, somewhere in Arkansas, and instead of masturbating to porn, he's watching this, believing that this is, and Lummy
crying. He's got to send it to you ASAP.
Yeah, and he sends it to me. And Lummy, didn't he say in chat that he thought this was real?
Yes, he did.
He picked up a bass before he picked up the belt. A boy from Tampa who believed in himself. Grew his hair, grew his heart, and tore every doubter's world apart. This one's for the Hulkster. One more.
You almost got to watch it, Seth, just to see how bad it's going to get.
I'm actually really
This part
worried
looks real.
I'm actually worried because there's 5 more minutes. I'm really worried.
You see Bob in his bunk crying right now, Lummy?
Oh, yes.
One more ride.
I remember Hulkster when he used to call the Bubba Show.
Started out with 6 strings and a dream.
Which, by the way, I don't think bass has 6 string. It has 4 strings.
In a smoky bar, chasing rock star steam. But
quiz for you guys. What was Hogan's the band that he first played in? What was their name?
Metallica.
Oh,
Ruckus.
yeah.
Ruckus was the band name.
They'd had bigger plans in mind. Put the mic down, picked up the grind. He stepped in the ring, felt the crowd ignite. Red and yellow flames on the stadium lights.
By the way, the first time he got into a ring, Hiro Matsuma broke his leg. The very first day he went down to the sportatorium for wrestling practice, they broke his leg and tried to run him off.
Just there is a 6-string bass guitar.
From body slams to glorious climb, brother, he turned grit into time.
One last ride.
One last ride for the legend in the ring. From WrestleMania roars to that Hall of Fame swing.
To the sex tape and the N-word.
The cartoon candles.
Say your prayers, eat your truth with pride.
Let me guess what?
What?
This is Hogan's last ride, brother.
Oh, yeah.
This is Hogan's last ride. He shook hands with Savage, slammed down the giant.
Oh, verse 2.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Face down the odds with a will defiant. From NWO to the kids' wide eyes, he carried our cheers like battle cries. Brother to millions, champ to the core.
And do you know that the reason why he called everybody brother?
Do you remember anyone's name?
Because he couldn't he would meet so many people that he couldn't remember your name, so he would just call you brother.
I mean, that's smart. It's
better than friend or bro or
Lummy,
dude.
here is, so I think we're done with Hogan's last ride. Taylor Swift.
Jeez.
You know, it's amazing, Seth, how her handlers got her out from her little bit of a vacation that she's taking right now because she just got off of the Eros tour and doing podcasts with her boyfriend, and they got her in a church, and they got her in a nice little dress, and they wrote the song, and I mean, did the shoot and everything relatively soon.
Yeah, the Hulkster she was a
big Hulkamaniac,
big red and yellow growing up.
By the way, it's got an AI Hogan. And that would be Hogan, too. If Taylor Swift was singing to him, he would be stroking his belt. You know he would be. Bob, if you can't tell that that's not Hogan, and that's a cartoon AI, Bob, you might have the same credentials as that illegal alien that was driving a truck.
Oh, man.
You might want to get off the road, Bob, if you can fall for stuff like this.
Golden belt, faded fame, a titan lost in time, sweet game. He fought with love, though fists would fly, and held his faith beneath the sky. I was just a child, you were brave and loud, a legend wrapped in roaring crowds. But underneath the cheers and pain was a man who tried to stand in the rain.
They got her playing a guitar, too.
And I saw the cross behind the stage where broken
That looks pretty real.
hearts come of age. You never
God, he had a big head. Dan will tell you, anytime he came in to do Botox, Dan's like his head is like it's almost unmanageable. I mean, right?
Twice the size of a normal head.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
He had a giant head.
He had like a 9 head.
Yeah.
But I could hear it in the clouds. Rest in
Oh, hold on. She's even.
peace.
This will be taken down by noon.
Yeah, Taylor's people are like, we are not in the Hulk Hogan game.
Better song though.
You know what?
It's a great song.
I will tell you this. It's
another hit.
It's a great song.
No, here's the deal. It is a better song than the first one. Just fundamentally, it's a better song.
Yes.
She looks real in this. He looks fake. Hogan looks fake, and she looks pretty realistic in most of the shots.
She looks real.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks
like a real video. They just AI'd him.
I hope they show her and Hogan making out.
Her and Hogan making out.
I mean, if you're going AI, go AI.
You might as well, right?
Yeah.
By the way, Scott Taylor now putting a little paper boat into the stream.
Rest in peace. Hulk Hogan. Amen.
I mean, realistically, I mean, I hate to be but realistically, it's not that bad of a song.
No, it's a great song.
It's not
AI
that
does a
I
good
mean,
job.
It's not that bad of a song.
How many views did this thing get?
Let me see here.
It's been up for a month.
Only 77,000.
They got this one done right after Hogan died.
They had it in the hopper. They were listening to Bubba's reports.
But a video like this in the old days would take 5 days to shoot, cost a couple $1 million in production.
Exactly.
And
now,
you can bang it out in 20 minutes. Or a couple hours, probably.
Might ain't just the fist, but showing grace through every
It's like Santa Claus from the
stories
train
lit
movie.
the dark in me with gospel truth in TNT, and every slam and every shout felt like a prayer was breaking out. Now halos glow where sweat once fell. The angels know your rebel yell. The ropes are quiet, the lights are low, but I still feel your morning glow. You fought the lies, you bore the weight. Now walk through that eternal gate.
man, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's pretty good.
It sounds like something she would sing too.
It sounds
within
like
her
her
style.
too.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Bob, you might not. This one might not be so cheese dick, Bob. This, the other one was really bad, but this one's.
You can really feel her love for Hogan in this
Pretty
one.
good, you
Terry,
can.
as maybe she knew him.
Yeah, I want one to come out and say Terry Bollea. All right, so there you go. For you Hulk Hogan fans out there, we're your Hulk Hogan one-stop shopping on the behind-the-scenes investigation that's going on right now with the Clearwater PD. I'm calling for Eric Gandy's resignation, the chief of police. They've botched it up so bad and possibly have allowed evidence to disappear, evidence that could really make a difference in this investigation of Hulk Hogan's death. And I'm calling for Eric Gandy's resignation immediately. For them to come out and say there was nothing suspicious about this and he died of a heart attack, when realistically it's going to probably show that was not what he died of. And had they got an autopsy from within the first 48 hours like they do on most celebrities, probably what we're finding out now would have been found out a month ago, and it would have been easier to obtain, and stuff wouldn't have been tainted. People wouldn't have, various people would be available to talk and have not disappeared and left town. And Eric Gandy, this is on you. You need to be fired for botching up the most famous person ever to die in your city. Basically saying on the first day, nothing to see here. I mean, right? Nothing to see here. Nothing inappropriate. Nothing at all. We're not even going to ask the coroner or the medical examiner to do a report. We're just going to rubber stamp the cremation gimmick so they can burn him up. And they damn near did it. And had they been able to burn him up, they would have been able to burn any evidence of what they're looking into now up. Right, Dan? I mean, if they burned him up, there's nothing to see here.
Nothing.
Hello, go ahead. You're on the air.
Bubba, good morning. Jersey Rich, how you doing?
Hi, Jersey Rich.
I'm going through a crappy section, so if I break up, I apologize. But you're spot on with everything you just said. I'm so happy for the show, and you're finally getting your credit for unveiling what's going on. I love it. Can I say one thing, though, and give you guys some props? Because I hate every time I call, I'm kind of in a position where I'm behind what you're talking about, and I apologize to bring the show down, but I got to give you some props. Is that all right?
By the way, I gotta throw a big 50-year happy birthday to a big milestone to my buddy to Buck from Charleston. Love that guy. He's done so much work for me at the track.
Oh, nice.
So happy birthday, Buck. Yeah, but yes, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, what I wanted to say was earlier you were talking about, football and college football and Trey Hendrickson and all that stuff, and you had a caller call in about a place kicker for the Gators. And while I'm not a football fan any longer, I'm a big hockey guy and stuff, I still listen to the show, Bubba, even though it's something I'm not interested in. You guys are keeping it going, it's going. But I know me and everyone else listening was like, when's this guy going to get to a point? And honestly, Seth, man, I got to mark out. You came right in like anything else on your mind. I literally almost got in an accident, and I started laughing so hard, and I've been trying to contain myself ever since. I mean, the show just keeps some of us going, man. I've had some bad times lately, and I listen when I can. I've been a listener since 2006, lifetime member of Sirius when Howard went over. I love you guys, but, Seth, I see what Bubba sees in you all these years. It was incredible.
Well, thanks, dude. I appreciate it.
And listen, Seth knew that it was going
I've heard
nowhere.
A lot of boring calls in my career.
Nowhere fast. Nowhere fast.
It really was. It totally broke everything wide open.
Put a Seth little commentary in there. We were in a smart ass type way. We were able to move on, and the guy didn't even know any different.
Amazing.
So, yes.
And then it turned out to be a crazy guy, but in all honesty, it was just great. I really appreciate it. Bubba, one quick question. The only thing, I think the only thing missing from that first song was maybe even an intro violation would have been the only thing that would have made it worse.
It was pretty bad. The country it was really bad. Meanwhile, the Taylor Swift one wasn't really that bad.
Not at all. I was with the doc on that one when he said it's a great song. I'm like, I got a little bit of tear in my eye. I ain't gonna lie. It was a good song, and it might be something she'd sing, And after listening to it again, she's never gonna sing anything.
Bad. She's gonna sing about ex-boyfriends and things like that. So anyway, man. Hey, I appreciate. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll never mind. I was gonna say incredible assessment on the way she's managed too. I've always looked at her as like powder puffy, and I don't really care to see her at football games and stuff like that when I do watch them. But you're right. Like, she's probably the most well-managed celebrity that's kind of ever come along.
Listen, I wasn't a big Taylor Swift fan until recently when I kind of started paying attention to her Eros tour and how she would just everything she does. You never see her roped up into a scandal.
She tipped each one of her truck drivers $100,000 on the tour.
I think that's when she really got me. Every one of the semi-trailer guys, the Buzzard Bobs, the Scout and Big Gulps, the Greg and Amy's that drive all the infrastructure. And I think, what is it, Seth, like 10 or 12 semis or something full?
I think it was like 50.
Like halfway between the Eros tour, she gave them each $100,000 bonus. She I really started paying attention to her after that, and she's just.
I didn't even know that.
She's a class act, is what she is. She really is.
Good. Okay, I agree with you. That I didn't even know she did that for them. That's not even necessary, and that is pretty cool.
Yeah. All right, my man. Wow. We'll appreciate you. Thank you. Take care. We got to know when to say goodbye.
Did you ever hear her song "Florida"? The Taylor Swift song.
Yeah, we played that.
We played it. Yeah. So Dave Portnoy, supposedly Ohio State has issued a ban. He cannot attend any games that Ohio State play at home, which is known as the Big Horseshoe, I guess for his love of Michigan. And he appears on the Fox's Big Noon Kickoff. He can do the Big Noon Kickoff televised portion, as long as it's outside of the stadium, he's just not allowed to watch or attend or even work for the big Fox's Big Noon kickoff inside the stadium. Which
how do you feel about that, Bubba?
I feel horrible about it. I think, listen, if you're if you're just gonna let people that only love your team in the facility, that's ridiculous.
So parlay that into the policy that some teams have where you can't be in the lower bowl if you don't have the right shirt on.
Well, supposedly he trolls them a lot on social media. And
okay,
they
well,
don't
I can see that.
I mean, but they ban people from stadiums when you run onto the field, or
Right.
when you get into a fight, or stuff like that. This is, and by the way, Bubba, this has got to be the greatest thing ever for Portnoy. Look at, he's all over social media today. He's going to be there. Barstool has teamed up with Fox now to where they're like doing the pregame show and all that, like College Game Day. They're doing that on Fox, so now this many more people are going to tune in to watch him. I don't even know if he was planning on going to the game or not.
And now he can turn that, like, as they're doing the outside the stadium shot, and he can say, okay, I mean, he can make it kind of a gimmick where he says, well, my fellow comrades are going into the game. I'll be out here by myself. I mean, he can turn it into a gimmick. Like, they gave him content to rally behind, whereas had they not said anything, he's just another person in the crowd of Michigan fans, which there's going to be probably 30, 40, 50,000. I mean, what's the capacity of that place, 110?
Well, yeah, Michigan's not playing.
It's not a Michigan
though.
game, yeah.
No, it's Ohio State, Texas.
Oh, it's Ohio State, Texas.
Yeah. He said I sent you his tweet. He said he's done it before too in the NFL because the NFL has banned him.
They took him out of the Super Bowl, didn't they?
He's going to try to sneak in.
That's ridiculous.
Like a disguise kind of gimmick.
Yeah.
Stadiums are designed to have both sides at the game. It's ridiculous when stadiums ban the opposing team or any other team's jersey or shirt or hat or a rally cry.
Well,
it's ridiculous. It's supposed to be both people.
Didn't the Bucks put a rule where if you had like a Bear or a Packer or a Lions jersey on and you were in the lower bowl, they would.
The Lightning did it for their club level.
Yes, the Bucks didn't do it.
The Lightning did it.
The Bucks can't do it. They wouldn't sell any tickets. Half the tickets they sell, especially when the Bucks sucked for decades, all the tickets they sold were opposing teams' local fans.
Now,
Green Bay
Seth,
games would be all green. Patriots games would be all blue.
Seth, were they having problems like with Panther fans, or were they having problems with Carolina fans?
No. It was the bigger franchises. It was
like the Rangers, Red Wings, Chicago,
Montreal, Philly, New York.
Some of the original
Boston.
OGs. Yeah. And so those guys, Boston definitely. And so if you had a Boston Bruins deal on, they would say you can't be here.
That should be illegal. You should be able to wear whatever you want as long as it's not politically charged or racially charged or morally offensive to a game. I should be able to wear a Buccaneer jersey, a Florida Panther jersey, a Tampa Bay Rays jersey, or anything to a Boston Red Sox game.
That goes hand in hand with what I'm going to talk about next. And as much as I like Trump and some of the things that he does, I think this makes him look like a dictator and a czar, and I just don't like it. He just when he's doing good, getting some momentum, maybe making some progress with regards to the Ukraine-Russia deal,
This is the 90-10 of Trump.
This is the 10 that makes him look, that's going to destroy his legacy. And this is absolute. And you know what? People that don't understand it, and the people be like, you're goddamn right. If you burn the flag, you should get arrested, put in jail. Do you know fundamentally our country is built upon that? And you don't appreciate the First Amendment and how pure it is until something offends you. But it's the person's right to offend you as long as it's not, racially motivated or physically motivated or religiously motivated. But, I mean, we're going to get into a story when we come back where Trump has now, Dan, to me, this will get shot down on an appellate level or on a federal or in the Supreme Court. I got to think that this is not going to be signed into law.
Well, I mean, so...
And that is, by the way, Trump signs an order aiming to punish people that burn the flag. Now, I want everybody, please, I'm just going to give you a little tease, and we'll talk about it at nauseum on the backside. But fundamentally, I think burning the United States flag is absolutely disgusting. It makes my stomach churn. It makes me want to fight you. It makes me want to go up there and grab you and say, why would you do this to the greatest country in the world, the country that provides for you, the country that where the rights that we have, regardless of your political affiliation, are still 95% more so than any other country. We're the greatest country on earth, regardless of who our president is. And so the people that do burn the flag, you are absolutely pieces of crap in my book. I hate you. It's disgusting. It's disrespectful to the men and women that have lost their life defending your right to do that. But it's your right to do that. That's what makes our country so great. It is your right to do one of the most offensive things to do. It's your right. And it's because of the men and women that have died for our country to give you that freedom. Now, do I agree with that freedom? Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form. I don't think you should burn anybody's flag because you're just asking for problems. But Trump actually yesterday supposedly signed a law. I don't know what the protocol of it from here is, but he signed a law, and we're going to get into it next, that if you burn the flag, you're going to go to jail for a year. We'll do that next.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
Vacation. Does he have MS-13 on his knuckles?
Trying to find the text of the order.
Small town, Bourbon 37. What?
I'm trying to find the text of the order.
Paparazzi type. Lummy.
Yeah. I'm tarping the roofs at Boss Man.
Oh, you are?
Yes, sir.
Lummy.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to be sending you some stuff on text.
Okay.
That I need you to send me on IM.
Okay. What's up, Dirt Merchant?
Lummy, did you make these pictures or were they online?
I've made them.
Dude, Hogan in this fucking... Oh my god, man.
Which one? His with his.
Him with the little trunks.
Man.
Whoo-wee! Hot damn, it's a new day! But your boy wanted money! Why aren't you guys talking during hot mic? What am I paying for?
Yes, he did, Sunshine.
What's up, 305?
That was actually in the beginning of yesterday's show, Sunshine. What's up, 305 Express? Want to give 3 or more?
I think there's one more.
Okay.
I think.
I'll get these 3 to you.
But I think it might be the same one, but I'll... Yeah, I think that's the same one. Yeah, the last one I sent, don't send. The last one I sent's a repeat.
Okay.
What's up, Alan Bowling?
What's up, Kabuki Jones?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto Studios. Aquabeto.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show, Fish on the J, PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, at the Bubba Army. Appreciate you guys until we stay on the air for the most part. This is what I was talking about. Now, first of all, have I been AI'd and bamboozled, or is this true? Because maybe I'm pulling a Buzzard Bob here, because this seems like it would be so not cool that Trump should realize that this would never fly. Has anybody checked the validity of it? Trump signs order.
Yeah, it's real.
Aiming to. Okay, so it's real.
Yeah.
Well, listen, Seth. You got to ask nowadays. Right?
Well, we had it as the cover of the show today, so I was hoping it was real.
Me too.
This is Fox 9 Minneapolis.
Okay. Here is the story. We'll break it down.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they used that language, by the way. Did they? Yeah, incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail.
Now, are they saying if you burn a flag in the privacy of your own backyard and a couple people see it, it's one thing, or is it only burning a flag to incite a riot?
It's the Supreme Court, talked about this in '89 with the 5-4 decision, and they again defended the right of free speech. The flag represents the right of free speech, which gives you the right to burn it. That was like the circular reasoning at the time.
And that's case law that we've been using.
It's Supreme Court. It becomes the
law of the land.
The law of the land
Right.
until the Supreme Court changes their mind. Now, but they said, and they've always said, that the First Amendment right to free speech does have several limitations. And one is to not incite violence or any crime, hate crimes, discrimination, anything like that. But you can say whatever you want about the president, but you can't yell fire in a crowded movie theater,
Right.
Because
or you
it can
can't
create
say
a problem.
or you can't say I'm going to kill the president.
Right. Those words have power.
Yes.
And so what he's saying is that, again, Bubba, your example is a brilliant example. That it would not be illegal to burn your flag in your backyard, but when you're doing it at a moment to incite violence or a riot, then using that exception would trigger this law.
Let me LM Close.
All right.
Large. $200. LM Close out of New Jersey. Love you, my friend.
Mitch the Mark, $20.
Thank
Love you guys.
Just like Bubba, burning a Bible or a Quran is just so offensive, and people are going to come out of the woodwork to try to attack you. But you'll probably get arrested for it if you did it in public, because it goes beyond free speech.
So
The Quran?
again,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is it illegal to burn a flag peacefully, or do you have to have that incite? I'm inciting.
It has to have that little kicker to it, Bubba, because the flag's ultimate disposal is by burning.
Right.
If you have a tattered flag, you don't throw it in the trash. You're supposed to burn it ceremoniously, respectfully.
Right.
So the fact of burning the flag is not unprotected. That's protected.
That also leads a lot of wiggle room for the interpreter, who is the police officer or the law enforcement that's going to make that arrest, as to whether you're peacefully burning a flag or you're trying to incite something.
Well, I think if you're burning out a protest, I don't know if that can be peaceful or not, because I think that that's normally when you see people do it.
Right.
Is when they light a flag and then one guy runs in there and starts stomping it out, and then people start pushing him. Like it does cause issues and fights when somebody does that out in public.
Right. Here we go.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah,
incite to riot. And you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail. You don't get 10 years, you don't get 1 month. You get 1 year in jail, and it goes on your record.
All right. So again, does it have to have?
Prison's going to be overflowing with flag burners.
Does it have to have the incite kicker?
Yes, because the Supreme Court, according to his, I pulled up the language of the order. It says, notwithstanding, that means despite the Supreme Court's ruling on the First Amendment protections, the court has never held that American flag desecration conducted in a manner that is likely to incite imminent lawless action or is an action amounting to fighting words is constitutionally protected. Meaning, you can't burn the flag to stir up a crowd.
Now
that's where it becomes illegal. And arguably, if you look at the way the Supreme Court interpreted it back in '89, it's a valid challenge to the status quo.
All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision, they called it freedom of speech. But there's another reason, which is perhaps much more important. It's called death. Because what happens when you burn a flag is the area goes crazy. If you have hundreds of people, they go crazy. You could do other things. You can burn this piece of paper. But when you burn the American flag, it incites riots at levels that we've never seen before. People go crazy. In a way, both ways. There are some that are going crazy for doing it. There are others that are angry about them doing it. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning. and then where there's evidence of criminal activity, where prosecution wouldn't fall afoul of the First Amendment, and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
And what the penalty is going to be, if you burn a flag, you get 1 year in jail, no early exits, no nothing. You get 1 year in jail. If you burn a flag, you get, and what it does is incite to riot. I hope they use that language, by the way. Did they?
Yeah, incitement is
incite to riot. Listen to this. This is very important. Flag burning all over the country.
So, I think that the sexy click is obviously burn a flag, go to jail. But I think that they've set some documentation or some language in there. Whereas if it's just, Lummy and I out the parking lot and we burn a flag,
it's you and I.
Obviously, we're assholes, and unless you have a worn out flag that's been tattered and you've been flying it for a long time and it's frayed and it's on the verge of unraveling, then you can Lummy, maybe you'll be even able to Google like the procedures of getting rid of a flag.
I think you're supposed to drop it off at a fire station.
I think that's one of them.
You can burn it yourself.
But I mean,
I'm just joking.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm treating you like a baby.
Along with your 9-month-old.
Yeah.
Who's 20?
Greg DeFipolo.
Thank you. So, yes, as you're taking your infant that you don't want anymore, take your flag too. In fact, you know what, Seth? Wrap your baby in the flag.
There you go.
And we can do 2 for 1.
Perfect.
So what you're saying, Bubba, is that you can burn flags, like you said, in certain instances, but when it's used to piss people off, specifically to gin up a crowd, that's when he thinks that it is no longer protected.
There's 2 ways to get rid of a flag. Retirement by burning, where you do it in a private, respectful setting, not a protest or in a disrespectful way, or take it down to the American Legion VFW post or the Boy Scouts, and
they'll do it. Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
I think I'd rather just take it down to my local VFW because I'm sure they have a way to do it. They may even have a flag little burning pit, like a big barrel that they use just for flags. I don't know. I feel like I'd mess it up. And I really feel like I would just fold the tattered flag up and put it in a drawer than, burn it up. I mean, like is that more disrespectful to fold your flag and just, listen, the only thing is the flag's not supposed to touch the ground. And, right? I mean, and you're not supposed to fly it upside down. There's some different laws or some stuff, about flags. But for the most part, if you just take that, when you store a flag, let's say you're not putting it on your flagpole, I think you fold it up and put it in a drawer, and as long as it doesn't hit the ground, I was a safety patrol at Madison Elementary, and one of the things that we had to do was to hang the flag, every day. Or I think we left it up and then we took it down like during inclement weather or things like that. Or when it got tattered.
You're supposed to take it down at night unless there's a light on it. Did you know that?
Yeah, I think we took it down at night. I think every day, like 30 minutes before school was ending, there was a flag. I was only on flag patrol like 2 times, and it was the hanging of the flag, not the taking down of the flag. And that's easy. You just clip it to the 2 little clips and hoist it up and then tie it off. And make sure, Mr. Farrar would say, make sure that flag doesn't hit the ground. Like they put the fear of God in you. Like they were going to flunk you out of 6th grade.
Right.
Like for real.
It was a big deal.
It really was.
My grandfather had a flagpole jersey, and every day in the summers, we'd take turns pulling up the flag, bringing it down, folding it correctly.
But if there is a light on it, if you do have a light on it, you can keep your flag at night?
Yep. That's the rule.
Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, you're on the air. Take me off speakerphone, my friend. I know you're probably driving.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. No problem.
Is that better?
Yep, much.
All right.
It was better.
So, again, this rule is going to be, challenged all the way to the Supreme Court. It's going to go fast to the Supreme Court. People are going to challenge it immediately.
And it's going to win because now
It's
the
a different
Supreme Court's
Court.
what is it, 5-3?
6-3. It's 6-3 conservative. But some conservative justices back in the day are the ones that defended the burning, too. So, again, I'm not sure how people are going to vote on this one.
I think it's a no-brainer. I think if you're first of all, inciting a crowd is wrong in itself.
Right.
Secondly, while if you're going to incite a crowd, okay, you're automatically committing something that's not cool.
Right.
If you're using our flag to gin people up and to incite and get people even more worked up, then I don't have a problem with the ruling per se. I just have a problem with, it is people's fundamental right in a non-rioting, non-insightful type way to burn a flag. Now, if a guy is just walking down the city of Tampa and he stops at, Franklin and, wherever, down by Sparkman's Wharf or whatever, and he decides to whip out a flag and burn it, and he's not trying to get all people riled up, yes, everybody's going to think he's an asshole. Yes, everybody's going to think that he's a whack job.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, people are going to probably try to avoid him.
Or fight him.
Or there's going to be, like Iggy. Iggy's going to fight you.
Right. He's going to come right up there and smash you.
Yeah. So at that point, then who do you blame? Do you blame Iggy? Or do you blame the guy that incited Iggy?
Right now, it's a toss-up, and Iggy gets in trouble. But, instead of making this rule, because, again, this will be challenged,
and
this is the right way to do it.
Hold on, Dan. I think Trump's vernacular was a crowd. So if you only incite a singular person, Iggy, maybe Iggy ends up going to jail for smashing the guy's face out.
Yep.
Because there wasn't a crowd.
Mm-hmm.
What were you going to say? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
That's all right. This is the way to properly do it, and it may get tossed out because, again, you never know how some of these justices are going to see this, and it has to do with the way it's presented to the Supreme Court and how it's challenged. But
have you noticed the interaction?
A fun way to have solved this problem that would have maybe passed Supreme Court muster would be saying, okay, we're just if you're allowed to do anything you want to someone that's burning a flag. Then they can't say, "Oh, it's a violation of free speech." It's like allowing people to take that into their own hands.
When you say anything you want, that would be like slicing a guy's throat.
Right.
No.
Yep. And then all of a sudden, watch how many flags are burned.
No, you can't do that. You can't allow a criminal act on a civil act. Burning a flag is a civil act, not a criminal act.
Arguably, it's a criminal act.
You're not using any. You're using a lighter. And it doesn't give Iggy the option to go up there and blow the guy's brains out. You got to. I mean the fundamental way to you got to use the same amount of force. Like if a guy's breaking into your house with a BB gun.
You can blow him away with a .44 Magnum. Okay. Absolutely, if he's in your house with a BB gun.
Okay, in your house is one thing.
Okay, well,
I'm just saying. There's instances where you have to fight force with force, and I don't think that burning a flag should get you. A guy's allowed to shoot you in the head with his 9mm. I think that the law, potentially the way Trump has written it, may or may not. I mean, listen, it's got to pass Supreme Court just by the pure levels of 6-3. Like, how can the liberals get anything passed at 6-3? And listen, they only had themselves to blame because they told Ruth Bader Ginsburg, you better retire while Barack Obama is still the president, because if Hillary loses and you retire, and when Trump becomes president, it's going to really mess the court up. Right? Mm-hmm. And she said, nope, I think Hillary's going to win, and I want to stay on.
Too narcissistic.
Had she stepped down at, I think she was in her 90s, and it was Ruth Bader Ginsburg, wasn't it?
Yeah, she was in her late 80s or early 90s.
Had she stepped down.
Cancer.
Had she stepped down, let Barack put a liberal deal in there, now we're 5-4. Right? And
yes.
different things happen at 5-4. I mean, it's like the conservatives always have a joker in their pocket, being up 6-3. Right? I mean, like, just fundamentally, the court's going to go 4. I mean, just that you got four D-swallowing Republicans in there that's going to just do whatever the president says.
Yeah,
right?
But 2 of them are kind of rogue.
I understand that, but you got 4 locked in.
Mm-hmm.
You can always count on 4.
Yes, pretty much.
So, and then the other ones, they toe the party line.
Usually, but not always.
Hello, who's this?
Bubba.
Yes.
What's going on, man? You burn the flag, you go straight to jail, bro. I consider burning the flag. If it was up to me, I would consider that treason in America. Honestly,
if you burn a flag, if you burn a flag, and it's just you burning a flag, and you're not trying to gin up 100 people to go crazy in a protest, and it's just you burning a flag, you should not go to jail. It's your
Bubba. In other countries, they would behead you for burning the flag.
We're not in other countries.
Buddy.
Don't. The minute you buddy me, gives me Drew Garabo type flashbacks, and you're not going to go on my show, buddy. Okay?
Just jokes, huh?
Yeah, and that's going to get you banned as well and yelled at.
Little guy's had a tough run, man. He,
so. 3 hang-ups in the last call.
The mini munchkin from Massachusetts is on the verge, Lummy, of being Chomo Charlie and getting thrown out.
Oh no!
The minute that I hear him. So when I return, Lummy, I didn't know that TikTok is doing all this Hulk Hogan AI stuff.
Oh yeah.
And I went and looked at some of it, or somebody sent some stuff to me, including me. They're AIing me.
The AIing you from like 15 years ago, or like from President Bubba?
They're AIing me on my monologue and how I feel about the Hogan situation. This one I think it's this one right here, Lummy. Not that one. This one right here. They AI me.
That's AI?
Well, look at the eyes.
We'll play it next. But I found 3 AI things about the Hogan deal that I'm like, are you kidding me? They're even AIing me? We'll get to it next.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
She's already so much problems for that. She's Spanish? What is that, flamethrower?
I agree setting fires in public's not ideal.
Saying.
I was going to deep fat fry the Koran, and that went clear to fucking the highest ranking general at McDill fucking calling me up.
I was here.
Well, this Texas Congresswoman candidate is burning a Koran with a flamethrower.
Who? Yasmin Crockett?
Did you send it to me, Lummy?
Yeah, I sent it to you this morning.
Gomez? Her last name's Gomez.
I just resent it.
What on?
On Messenger. I don't know if you clicked on it this morning when I sent it.
Is this it right here?
Yeah.
I feel like I've heard of her. I feel like she's done stuff before.
She has.
Didn't the one black girl get thrown out?
Who's the one black girl?
The representative, the Texas representative.
Yasmin Crockett? like to keep it to myself.
Oh, wow. She threw acid on her husband.
Yeah.
I took care of a guy whose wife threw scalding water on him because he came home late from work, drunk, and she threw a bowl scalding water on him. He ultimately died.
He died from it?
Fucking died. He had so
Holy
much burns on his body, he died.
Oh my God.
She threw a pot of scalding water?
A big ass pot, yeah. Dumped it on
Like
him.
a spaghetti pot gimmick.
Yeah, like one of those. His whole body was burned, and he was older, and he died. Took him about 3-4 weeks to die too.
Oh fuck, man! I'm not taking hot showers anymore.
That lady did acid though. That'd be tough.
I'll send your ass back to the cosmics. What do we think of the new Cosmic? Do we like it for select? It's expensive, but it's a nice look. They're nice looking cards.
What's up, TJ from Jersey?
Love you guys.
You can buy a pack. It's like $300 for 3 cards.
$300.
Yeah.
$300 for how many cards?
3.
3?
That's right.
Do they guarantee at least 2 hits?
They guarantee nothing.
Oh, even better.
I'm going to do a Gus Tractors.
Okay.
No, I haven't Xerxes. I saw it came out. I'm pretty heavily entrenched in some street hip hop right now. It's giving me the guidance and motivation I need to be the best version of myself. Hustlers coming together with hustlers. What's up, Travis? What's up, Paul?
What's up, G? Travis? Big Red. Jeez. This A Watley. This is A Watley.
I've been on a generation.
What's up, Morgan?
What up, redneck? I have, Alan. They work at the barber shop that I go to. What up, Jay Bowler? What's up, medic? What up, operator?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Big Gus tractor and equipment has grown so fast because of Florida Man Radio, Shannon Burke, me, Bubba the Love Sponge. Is it Brian Rust? Brian Payne? I forget the guy, the midday. It's Brian Russ, the midday guy who's on both networks. They're in need of experienced technicians, and unlike any around, Big Gus will pay you for what you're worth, including payment for all your certifications, along with continuing your education. We're talking about a potential 6-figure income on your first year with a matching 401k. They service nearly all makes and models and of all agricultural and construction equipment. Zero-turn lawnmowers. They're the official Skag dealership. It's a great opportunity. It's an awesome work environment, and you can apply at BigGusTractor.com. Right there, Lummy, on their main page. If you go to BigGusTractor.com, they have employment right there. See it?
That,
Bam!
yes.
You hit that. You fill it out. They'll get back to you. Next thing you know, you could be slinging and working for Big Gus Tractor and Equipment. It's right there in in Mary Esther.
If you had one piece of moderate-sized commercial-type lawn equipment, would it be a skid steer? If
No,
that would be like, if you had one.
I got a skid steer from Sunbelt. I'm actually talking to Big Gus about getting a bigger 4-wheel drive tractor.
Oh.
So that I have
Is that
some,
like with the big wheels in the back and the small wheels in the front,
well,
like a farmer tractor?
No, like.
I'm not being facetious. I'm purely curious.
I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Something like, hold on here. Let me keep going.
It'd be like a shovel in the front, but with 4 wheels.
No, something beefy, like at least something like this.
Yeah, with a shovel in the front.
Yeah, that's a grappler in front, but something like a 45-40.
Mm-hmm. So it does have smaller wheels in the front and bigger wheels in the back.
Yeah, but there's also, yes. But this is industrial. The other ones are kind of more, like this is agricultural big stuff. No, they got far bigger stuff. I mean, like.
Well, I know they got massive stuff, but it's not practical. I'm talking something that you would actually use.
I would use. I need.
We all need.
I need this right here more than anything.
What is that exactly?
Dear Gus, I need. I need this. What is this? This is a
Mahindra 4500 series.
Yes.
I want the AC cab though, right?
No, I don't.
Nah,
I don't need. I'd like to have the AC cab, but I don't need it. I mean, I don't. I don't. I would like to have the AC cab. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I don't need it.
That doubles the price probably too, or
it
probably
does.
increases it
It
significantly.
goes from a $41,000 tractor to a $61,000 tractor.
$20,000.
I'm not gonna do that to Gus.
Jeez.
But I do need one, and I need one fast. And and on the back of that, then I can hook a bush hog. I'd like to have that front end grappler gimmick on there. To be honest with you,
badass looking.
2025 Mahindra. Now they also got. They got. They got the what's it called? What's the other tractor called? It's called the I think is it the Keto?
Kyoto?
The Kyoto? Yeah, I think it's the Kyoto. I think it's the Kyoto. Here we go. Well, anyway, I can't spend too much time on this, but they got all types of different. They not only are they the Mahindra deal, but they're
there's the Kyoto right below it.
Where?
See the 2025 Kyoto CK series.
2025.
If you just go down, you're on the page. Those are Kyotos.
Oh, these are Kyotos?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
now
they're all red. That's all right. You can't tell.
Yeah. Now Kyotos make some badass stuff too. Like I'm saying they make now is this Mahindra again? Yeah. I'm on the Mahindra deal. I don't know how do I get to
Kyoto, they look like.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now we're gonna go to the. Let me show you some big stuff here, Dan. Like this. Look at this. Like the 2025 Kyoto RX 7340
air conditioned cab, baby.
Look at that. But look at the price.
Yeah,
65
grand more.
65.9.
All right.
But look that's a sexy tractor. I don't know what the PTO on that is.
What's PTO mean?
PTO, 73 horsepower. That means it can run a implement that requires 73 horsepower or below.
Okay.
Like a tiller or a bush hog or, any. See, so the back here, Dan, on all these tractors, what you're really buying them for, see all this stuff back here?
Oh, wow. Is that just a hook?
You hook up whatever implement you have to this 3-point harness system, and then the drive shaft or whatever you got goes into the tractor, and the tractor can run an implement that is 73 horsepower is a pretty. They make them up to like 200, but I think
so it runs what's going on in the trailer behind you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the bush hog,
I don't know what
or
bush hog is.
The tiller, or whatever you could potentially be running. Well, here they have. I think they have. What do they have? Let me tractor packages.
There you go.
Well, yeah. There's different types of assortments that you can put on it. But anyway,
wow.
Go to Big Gus Tractors. BigGusTractor.com. You can apply for a job. You can pick out what you want, and I'm talking to Big Gus right now, Lummy, about getting a Kyoto or a Mahindra at the track to run my tiller. My tiller requires about 55 to 60 horsepower. I can get away with 50, and he has a ton of tractors that would do that. But see, like I don't want a little one. Like I don't want one like Lummy. I don't want one like this. Like that's
yeah, it's not.
You can tell how beefy a tractor is by how big its small tire is. Its front tire. See how that's kind of small?
Yeah.
Let me see what the horsepower. See, horsepower in this only 25.
That's nothing.
See, I need a 50. So anyway, Gus and I have been talking. We've been talking, and Lummy, I think there's a good chance that I'm going to get a Mahindra or a Toyota tractor from Big Gus as part of my endorsement deal.
Nice.
Wow,
that's cool.
Yeah, and I don't have to worry about. See, I'm always down a tractor, so I have to have One-Eyed Billy bring his John Deere, and I'm always scrambling for a tractor. Tractors are in high demand.
You're always borrowing one, pretty much?
I'm always borrowing a tractor. And Sunbelt, for the most part, I love Sunbelt. They take care of my skid steer, my water wagon, my Harley rake, but Sunbelt, for the most part, doesn't have tractors. Let me like that one piece we were trying to get from Sunbelt, but, they don't have that. I think I'm going to.
It's not local.
But you know what I'm going to do? I'm talking about making a fence for the goats.
Yes.
I think I'm just going to go metal stakes.
Okay.
And go like 2 foot in the ground because I don't think that they are. I think they're going to really love their new environment. That they're not going to try to break out.
No.
Do they naturally try to break out or no?
No, not anymore.
Well, the only reason
they're going to break routers.
Well, hold on. They only break out when they've eaten everything there is to eat, and they see that big grass on the other side. That's why they break out.
Exactly.
They'll never break out if they got the golden buffet of clover and poison ivy, and I don't think, Lummy, in the area I'm going to put them that they can eat all. They might in a year, but I think within a year, after they've eaten a leaf off of a tree, that the tree will potentially reproduce another leaf.
Yeah, there would be enough space for it to reproduce.
I don't think that they can eat themselves out of this particular area.
I don't think so.
Because it's a pretty dense woods.
Yeah.
Where I'm taking them over there on where the Merch Creek's old house used to be. Hello, who's this?
We could agree to disagree, you know what I'm saying? This is your show, brother. I don't mind being hung up on, you know what I'm saying? Hey, man, you have your opinion, I have mine, Bubba, you know what I mean? Nothing wrong with it.
Hold on. If you come at me like, hold on. Mini Mass. That's your new name is Mini Mass.
It's
okay. Mini Mass. Mini Mass. But here's the deal. If you come at me like that, yes, you're right. We can go back and forth. But when you come at me like the way you did, and you don't let me speak, and you just blab a bunch of nonsense, then I'm going to hang up on you, Mini Mass. But if you and I have if we have some decorum, and we go back and forth, then we can talk all day, bud.
Correct, but when I try to do my opinion, you hung up on me. This is like the third time when I try to state my opinion, I've been hung up on, and that's fine. If you want to hang up on me, you can hang up on me all day.
Listen, little Mini Mass. I don't want to hang up on you. I'd like to hear your opinion. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
We were talking about the flag, and basically, back in the day, it wasn't even like that. They would crack you over the head with a nightstick and drag you to jail, bro. Do that under the Nixon administration. Guaranteed they will hold you.
Let me know when you're done so I can interject.
I'm done. Reply.
Okay, well, we don't live in the Nixon era.
Yeah, after
anymore,
1989, the rules changed.
And after 1989, the Supreme Court, 5-4, changed the rules. Now, with the conservative-leaning Supreme Court at 6-3, can Trump get this pushed through? Probably. But, I do like the incitement gimmick in there. If you're just a guy that is, peacefully out of, protesting whatever you're protesting, and you feel that you need to burn the American flag, and you're not trying to make a spectacle of it and not trying to incite a riot, it's my understanding that you have the right to do that. It's also my understanding that it's only a problem when you are inciting, people to become violent or protest or, fight or throw firebombs or things like that. So I think you still have the right to burn the American flag as long as it's in a peaceful manner. I myself don't like that. I think you're a piece of crap. I think you're the lowest form. I think you're the most unappreciative asshole ever, realizing that regardless of what your political affiliation and maybe your president didn't make it in or not, your president will eventually make it in. That's the way the system goes. And people, even Democrats, fundamentally should love our country. You should love our country. Hey, listen, when Joe Biden was in office, I thought he was a buffoon, but I agree. But I loved my country. I will never stop loving my country. I may not agree with the people that are leading my country, but I love my country.
And Bubba, if you had the opportunity to meet President Biden while he was president, you would give him the ultimate respect and dignity that a president is deserving of. Because you are a classy, mature adult.
And I would not grease him.
No.
And listen, now, if I was...
you make him a little bandit.
Here's the deal. If I had an opportunity to interview Joe Biden, interview him in my world, where I ask... where I ask questions... I would ask him some questions that probably would be construed as disrespectful and engaging. But if I was just his guest or I was part of a sports team, let's say me and Seth played for the Lightning and we won the cup, and I think, Seth, it was one of the Lightning's appearance to the White House was with Biden, I think. When they won it in 2020... or 2021, I think one of the years the Lightning went to the White House was with Biden.
Yes.
And so I
have a question.
No, hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish.
He's in the middle of a sentence.
So if I don't like Biden, but me and Seth are skate sharpeners for the Lightning, and we get to go up there in the whole process, I'm going to be respectful. I'm going to keep my mouth shut, and I'm going to enjoy the moment that I'm getting an opportunity to get probably a VIP tour of the White House, and I get to meet the president. Even though I don't like him and I didn't vote for him, I still am going to be respectful of the office. And so if I in that capacity, I would be respectful. So, Minnie Mass, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, is it in the Constitution or the amendments, it says in there it is illegal to burn the United States flag?
No. And after the Supreme Court decision in '89, the Congress tried to pass a law which was quickly struck down by the Supreme Court for the same reasoning. So there is no federal statute.
As of now, until yesterday,
stands.
where Trump signed this, which will probably be rubber stamped through. But I think, and I don't have as much of a problem with the Trump deal because he has the incitement, kicker in there. So so in that case, it goes right along the lines of what you want, and that is if you're have a big rally of people that are mad about whatever, and you burn a flag, and that really gins people up and gets people to really, really take it to the next level, then the law enforcement agencies have the right to put you in jail because I think it's illegal even without burning a flag to incite a riot. I think it's illegal in itself.
Yes, it is.
So burning a flag is just an extra kicker they're going to put on you.
Right.
But I can't get a hold of everybody. I can't go down and be like, hey, everybody, I want everybody to gather around me, and I want you to get some Molotov cocktails, and I want you to get some flashbangs and some tear gas, and we're going to walk down Franklin Street hand in hand, and we're going to try to, loot and break businesses' front windows and burn them down and steal Apple iPhones and just be a bunch of hoodlums. Come on, Seth, are you with me?
Oh, my God.
Lummy, are you with me? Want a new iPhone, Lummy? Come on, break that window.
I'm breaking it.
That puts you in jail.
Sure do.
That puts me in jail. So if I'm doing that while burning the flag, I'm just getting another charge on me. I mean, inciting a riot is wrong. It just makes it even more wrong if you're going to burn the American flag, which I don't have a problem with. What I do have a problem with is the fact that you should have the ability to burn a flag in a peaceful type way. Now, I think you're a dick, and because it's the ultimate form of the First Amendment.
Yeah, but it's also the first form of disrespect to your own country as well.
That's why I've spent 5 minutes telling you how much I love my country and how I think that I would never participate in such an act, and a person that would participate in that act is a complete asshole, but they still have the right in a peaceful way to do it. That's what our country fundamentally was built upon, to be able to question the king, to be able to say things that you potentially couldn't say in England, to be free, have free speech, and to criticize the people that govern you. So that's what our country was fundamentally built upon.
And Bubba, just like you could call,
I still think you should be able to do whatever you want.
Yeah, well, you can call someone an asshole, and he may punch you in the face. You could burn a flag in front of Iggy, and he may punch you in the face.
Punch you in the face.
Oh, I understand. It's not legal for him to punch you in the face, but if you say something or do something that's patently offensive to someone, they may have an emotional trigger to do something violent to you, and that you do that at your own risk. You can't go up to random people and say, hey, you're the ugliest son of a bitch I've ever seen. You're an asshole. Your mom's a whore.
Well,
you start doing that. You can, but if you do that, you're going to get your ass whooped.
Yeah, and the guy that whipped your ass is going to jail.
I know, but it's going, and that's the way it happens now with the flag. You can burn your flag. I can beat you up. Then I'm the one that gets in trouble. But Bob, here's my question. We're talking about Biden. Say Vladimir Putin granted you an interview. Arguably,
I'd be so scared.
But you'd still treat him with dignity and respect, even though he's an adversarial leader of another country.
I would,
because you're a professional.
I would have some adversary. All right, Minnie Mouse, listen, I just can't have you over there with your pants down, and just stop, okay, buddy? I got your point. You don't think that burning the American flag in any way, shape, or form is cool, and I respect that. I feel for you. I feel you. But you don't know the law. You don't. The problem is you're letting your emotions take over, and you don't know the law. Any common sense person knows that burning the flag is disrespectful to people that have defended the flag, people that have died for the flag, and all of that. But fundamentally, peacefully burning our flag is what our country was built upon. You, for some reason, can't understand that. And you can't understand the fact that I'm not advocating people doing it. I think they're as big of an asshole as you do. But I can understand and respect and have built a career upon the First Amendment and saying unpopular but yet protected things. Jay's in here, and he's my number one attorney when it comes to defending when I have said things that were not popular but protected by the First Amendment.
Greg below $20.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, I wonder if we could talk about the Hogan thing real quick, if you don't.
Yes, we can. I got a couple of AI things that have been generated that somebody sent me on TikTok that I find hilarious. Now I'm being AI'd on my opinion of what's going down. I think after today, there's going to be some series of events that take place today that might bring some clarity on this Hogan situation. But fundamentally, the Clearwater PD should be absolutely, the chief should be fired today. And the mishandling of this very high-profile case is borderline criminal. But go ahead.
I'm just sad that I really don't think we're ever going to find out what happened. I had fusion surgery 20 years ago. Same situation, 3, 4, and 5. My injuries were just short of catastrophic. I was fortunate to have a good surgeon. Now, I had to wear a halo vest for 3 months, and then a Miami J collar after that for another 3. My surgeon was all over me about my rehabilitation and my aftercare. And it told me, quite frankly, look, we fixed what we could, you have what you have. But down the road, because there's nerve damage to your cord and my breathing situations, I could go on and on with the stuff that's happening now. Everything he told me that was going to happen, my surgeon down the road, breathing, incontinence issues, I could go on and on. Why in the world would Terry or anyone around him having this surgery, why would anybody allow him to not follow doctor's orders. And then on top of it, when they had to go back in and do the revision, my surgeon told me, you better follow my orders to the letter, because if I have to go back in there, you will never, ever get back. You will never, ever get back to where you were. I can't guarantee anything. And that's what I'm sad about, is that either Terry himself or the people around him, I understand he's got to promote the beer brand. I understand he's got obligations. But this is a guy that had surgeries, many different surgeries on his back area. I don't know if those surgeries, if he followed doctor's orders,
No, of course he didn't. I mean, listen, they told him to stay damn near bed rest for 4 to 6 weeks, and within 48 hours, he's out on private planes in Green Bay, Wisconsin, standing for 3 and 4 hours at a time, not allowing that area that they just fixed. And like Dan was saying, the screws are still setting in, the various plate. That again, it's so early in the healing game.
I'm absolutely familiar with it. I went through the same thing.
So for your first 4 weeks, you were probably damn in a Vegas brace, damn near incapacitated.
Yes, I was in a halo vest or a halo collar, with a rig. And then when they let me go home, they gave me a Miami J, which is hard. It goes over your shoulders, and you're immobile. I mean, and I was told, you can go home, you can do this and that, but you do not, you better, again, my doctor very clear to me, you're going to have permanent damage from this down the road as you get older, and it gets to know, blah, 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 blah. But if you don't follow what I'm telling you, and we have to go back in, it's not going to be a good scene, because it's never, he told me in his experience, anytime anybody he's ever heard of or he himself had to go back in to correct something, it was just absolutely bad news.
But meanwhile, on the death report, this severing of the nerve is nowhere to be found. Dan's reading it with me. So is Jay. Manner of death, natural. Cause of death, basically an old guy heart attack, and because of a history of AFib and leukemia. Nothing to do with the fact that they severed this artery, or this nerve, I should say, that runs your diaphragm. Nowhere to be found. Listen, I got a report from a very reputable person, and just now, as they're listening and unpacking all the Hogan stuff, and they say they will never be able to prosecute this case because of how bad they messed it up in the beginning. The police are attempting to merely cover their ass in some way. At this point, everything is simply circumstantial. They have no hard evidence based on not securing his house as an investigated, place. And, I mean, Dan, would you not agree on that? Like everything.
Unless some video comes up that shows something happening, then yes, the answer is yes. It's going to be very difficult.
We'll never know how he really died, because the Clearwater cops completely botched this up. I mean, as much as you could botch something up.
So many people made mistakes. I mean, dozens and dozens of people made mistakes, and a series of mistakes that ultimately led to his passing away, and that's unfortunate. And another thing too. And I know it's a sensitive subject for you, and I'm not trying to make light of it, but Nick, I don't know the kid. All I can go by is what I see and his past behaviors. This kid's going to get himself in a real jam down the road without his father around or somebody to hold his hand. He's going to get into some serious issues.
Let's hope. Let's hope that Nick has grown up.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that happen.
Let's hope that Nick has grown up. But I mean, an influx of millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to a person that has already had various run-ins with the law usually is not a good mixture. But maybe Nick has grown up, and we'll try to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's not yet done anything wrong. He hasn't even got a dime yet, because I don't think they can start dispersing the money until they can get to the final reason as to how Hogan died. That's what they're trying to cover.
I don't mean to laugh, but you know how everyday funerals and people dying. Unfortunately, I've seen it firsthand. When someone drops dead, I mean, people, the vultures come out, the cockroaches. I mean, I've seen people take televisions out of houses, fixtures. I can't imagine what's going to happen in this case. It's going to be disgusting. One more quick thing, if you don't mind.
I do mind, but go ahead.
I'm sorry. I appreciate you taking my call.
Thank you.
And love the show. Long-time listener. But
thank you.
The cost of, you're welcome. The cost of beer at any sports venue. The beers, you sell beer at the track, right?
Yes. We sell it in cans, though.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because I know in the Northeast where I live, that's the biggest at concession stands. That's the biggest moneymaker for the three.
Yeah,
tracks
Tom Bean's always
here.
trying to do beer specials while I'm trying to run the racetrack. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
But Bubba,
and transported Mr. Balea to Morton Plant Hospital, where he died at 11:17 a.m. The Clearwater Police Department is conducting a death investigation, which is standard in these types of cases. There are no signs of foul play or suspicious activity related to this call for service at this time.
And meanwhile, had you not had that mentality, things would have been a lot different. You could have potentially secured the area. You could have made Sky leave. She's got an $8 million home to go to. And you could have not considered it a crime scene, but you could have, that's where he died. This is where we're going to start our investigation. Who's been here in the last 2 or 3 days? Let's look at his
pill case. Let's look at his medicine cabinet.
Let's go to his doctor and see, Jay, you're right. Let's reverse engineer this, Jay.
You start with what's at the scene.
Let's reverse engineer this and let's look what's at the scene. Let's look what type of surveillance you have.
Yes.
Let's then go to the doctor, see what he's prescribed.
Yes.
Let's see if that coincides with the pill bottles.
Exactly.
And let's start
and then
reverse
toxicology.
And then let's make sure that we tell the medical examiner as the police department, because the medical examiner, Dan, if you remember, said, "Oh, well, I only do investigations if the Clearwater PD tells me to."
That's what he told me.
Well, then I'm sorry, Jay. You talked to him.
Me. I talked to him.
Jay actually talked to him, and which is a lie. Under Florida State Statute 414, I think it is, and it's the medical examiner or the coroner. They call it different. They call it.
Well, he gives himself a little bit of wiggle room because he's saying that it didn't meet the criteria of like 2, 3, 4, but we think it did. When then it becomes a matter of public importance, and so I actually said, wouldn't it be a shame if something came out on these body cams that would show that there was a reason to have done this autopsy? And he said, unless the police tell me it's been foul play or there's criminal circumstances, I'm not at liberty to do it.
Meanwhile, I have something to send to you. Well, you know what, Dan? Could you just show him what I sent you? Because I sent it to you.
Hold on.
And now, Jay, I need you not to even, other than wow. This is information that I got last night that they're trying to track down, and this is it will blow your mind as to how scandalous and big this could possibly be if that is true. Now, let's not forget some of my very outlandish claims that I've made have come true.
That is correct.
I mean, TMZ has validated them. A lot of people have validated. Well, I mean,
and they're not claims, they're questions.
I mean, not only that, but I mean, I hate to sit here and try to give myself flowers, but I'm the only one that I was on Bubba Dick Island for how many days when I was telling you he was going to die?
Since June 18th.
Thank you. Thank you, Seth. Thank you, Seth, the statistician over there.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I was, and then more people kind of started gravitating, and then it was like, wow, Bubba was right. This is my latest Iggy. Jay, did you see it?
I did.
Can you imagine?
No.
If that is the case, and it cannot be proved because of the way the Clearwater PD botched it, they did not. I don't know that they preserved the tapes, the home survey. Hey, how about this? Home surveillance again. Home surveillance is back in play. And so they probably didn't secure the home surveillance. And I would think that this is one of the reasons why Sky has been trying to get this thing, Hogan's body, cremated. I mean, this right here is what is this? A notice of cremation? Isn't that thing I keep showing, Dan? Or I've showed it a few times, Lummy, was the notice of cremation?
Yeah, it was the approval.
The release.
Yeah, the release.
May I ask Danny a question about autopsy?
You can
Bubba?
ask Danny anything.
Okay. The amount of time that's gone from when he died to when the autopsy was supposedly requested or performed
hasn't been.
There has not been?
No.
Okay. The toxicology wouldn't come back the same as it would 48 hours.
Dan said it
It
was.
would be very similar.
Dan-
It would be very negligibly different.
Okay, so it's still,
Negligibly.
as long as the body's preserved and,
the
there's a
other-
lot of good evidence in
and the
there.
other thing,
Yeah,
Jay,
until it's burned.
Okay.
And then Jay,
Or a
the
bomb.
other thing is, while en route to the hospital, and while in the hospital as they're trying to revive him, they're taking vials of blood. They're taking, like Dan said,
Right.
up to 4 to 6 vials of blood while he's being transported, while he's there.
Oh, that's somewhere too.
So that's somewhere.
This is medical records.
And so if I'm Clearwater PD,
EMS record.
if I'm Clearwater PD, I'm getting that. I'm talking to Fitzgerald. I'm talking to Sky. I'm talking to the rehabilitation person that was there. I'm talking to the occupational therapist that was there. I'm talking to all these people. I'm not just saying that he died of natural causes from an old guy heart attack and because he had a history of AFib and leukemia. Nowhere on this documentation, nowhere does it say anything about a severed,
Phrenic artery.
phrenic artery.
Nerve.
Nerve.
Excuse me.
Guys.
None of it. None of it. None of it. Let me.
And why did they have why did they have an occupational therapist and not a respiratory therapist if his lungs were bad? That doesn't make sense.
I
to
don't
me.
know. We have our reasons, and then one of which is why I texted you. Let me.
Have you noticed the interactions between Hulk Hogan's?
Here is. Listen, none of this. I'm not reporting any of what I play. The next 3 pieces as being truthful. This is
Daily and his son Nick.
This is AI. This is AI generated from TikTok. So I'm not reporting any of this as being truthful. And one of which they AI'd me.
Between Hulk Hogan's new wife, Sky Daly, and his son Nick after Hogan's death. Shockingly, this stepmother and stepson duo may actually become a real couple. Sky Daly was Hogan's 3rd wife, with about a 25-year age gap, but she and Nick are almost the same age. Since Hogan passed, their relationship as stepmother and stepson has crossed normal family boundaries. Here are 3 revealing details. First, Sky Daly played a key role in reconciling Hogan and Nick, whose relationship was strained for years. Since Sky appeared, father and son began interacting more, but insiders think it was Sky, the similarly aged stepmother, who truly changed Nick. Second, Sky's interactions with Nick are very intimate. On Nick's birthday, she posted a warm celebration with affectionate language. Nick quickly reposted, and their photos show closeness more like a romantic couple and family. Finally, the family's controversial past adds context. Hogan once went viral for licking his daughter's fingers, sparking debate over normalcy. Now, Sky and Nick, nearly the same age, share suggestive online interactions. Some fans even noticed they wore matching necklaces. Is Sky really just a stepmother? If Hogan could see this from heaven, he'd likely find his plot strangely familiar.
Now, Lummy, they used me.
Oh yeah.
They AI'd me.
That's awesome.
I mean,
You've made it.
Seth, is that a badge of honor to get AI'd? I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I would say so. Yeah.
It almost had me falling. I almost fell for it. I'm like, I don't remember. I was like, man, I look good there.
Your skin looks great.
You almost fell for the AI of yourself?
What's that?
You almost fell for the AI of yourself?
Yeah, I was like, I don't remember that. And did somebody put some makeup on me? I'm telling you right now, Hogan's death, his wife had. Call me extreme if you want, but there are 3 things she needs to answer for, and I won't stop until she does. First off, I have a friend who works night shifts in the ICU. I've never said these words.
No.
I've never said these words.
You haven't?
No.
Oh, okay.
She's an old buddy's contact, works at the Clearwater Hospital where Hogan was admitted in late June. She told me straight up Hogan had a trach tube. He couldn't talk, couldn't eat. Now, you can see that my words, my mouth doesn't match up with my
Everything
words
was
here.
machine.
Look, hold on here. And you know what was soon? She told me straight, watch my mouth and my words. Straight up, Hogan had a trach tube. He couldn't talk, couldn't eat. Everything was machines. And you know what was taped to his door? DNR. No, I never said those words.
You never said that.
Never said those words. Do not resuscitate. That means someone, his wife, signed the form to let doctors stand down if his heart stopped. That wasn't a man fighting to live. That was a man being slowly unplugged. Second, never said those words. His wife Daly was lying to the public. She went on Instagram claiming his heart is strong. He's never had brain damage or oxygen issues. You know what Hogan was doing when she posted that? He was hooked up to a feeding tube, being pumped full of pain meds through a PCA machine. What? And lastly, Bischoff, Jimmy Hart, even WWE's damn PR team. Why the hell did you all go along with it? Now, I'm telling you, I'm not saying that I don't necessarily think that a lot of it's true.
Oh, there goes the WWE hopes.
Yeah, there goes our backstage passes for WrestleMania 86. But I'm just saying, Hogan's death. I stand behind a lot of this, but I didn't. This is AI. We need to use more Bubba AI. I don't even have to come to work. You guys just type.
That's the problem with it, bro.
You guys just type in what you want me to say. You and Gary Cantrell and Seth just type it. I'll be up. I'll be sleeping. And you guys just type me in. And then finally, this was the other.
Why is it that only a friend of Hogan, who had his wife taken from him?
But by the way, Lummy, I kind of like this. Listen,
why is
I kind of like the one they did on me. I didn't say that, but I. Not necessarily don't believe most of it. And then this one really,
who had his wife taken from him.
This one really puts me.
Why is it that only
this one really puts me over?
Oh yeah.
This one really, really, really puts me over. In fact, we might want to see if we can, repurpose this one or something. Get some credit for it.
After Hogan passed, this was the only thing Bubba could do for him.
Why? Like
but actually, it is a gift, Bubba.
That is pretty cool.
It's a gift. You are giving him a gift. And you are the only one that has, at your own detriment, has fought for the truth to find out what happened to Hogan, your old buddy.
Yeah, listen.
You're the only
what's up,
one,
Bubba Army?
So
hey, I can't replace the real one.
You and your relationship with him, but you're the only guy that's really put his neck on the line to try to find out the truth of what happened to him.
Nobody has tried.
People that cared about him, supposedly.
Eric Bischoff, who was his business partner. Jimmy Hart, who is his right-hand man, Ronnie, who runs the surf shops. Nobody has tried to listen. There's no.
What's up, Bubba Army? Hey, I can't replace the real one.
Well, yeah, of course, Brooke. Yeah. But there's no pot of gold at the end of this story for me.
No,
there's nothing for me. I'm not in the will. I'm not looking to cash in or benefit. I'm looking to get the word out. And as crazy and everybody thought I was a lunatic and all this kind of stuff, I was dead on with regards to how he died or his deteriorating health. I was the only one that was shooting you straight. Now I happen to be the only one. Now, it looks like Harvey, and you know what pisses me off, Lummy, is when Harvey Levins takes my information and tries to make it his own. I'll come out.
He rips you off every day.
He rips me off every day.
There's nothing you can do about that, right?
No, not really. Not really. But every day he'll say what I was saying. And then, Lummy, I think they've thrown us a few bones saying on the Bubba the Love Sponge show, Bubba has reported that he had an opiate problem. And then Harvey says, I have close sources to the family where indeed Terry battled opiates all of his life. So they've thrown me a few bones. But I've been on this since July 25th, the day after he died.
Did he try to quit pain pills ever?
Yes, he did.
A couple times, right?
And he couldn't. Which is probably, Dan, why he needed to start kidney dialysis, because I think 30 or 40 years of abusing pain pills will probably really not be so good for your liver. Would be almost like an alcoholic and getting. Dan, do pills create like a cirrhosis of the liver type deal? By
narcotics aren't usually that bad for your liver. What really is bad for your liver is the Tylenol that's in with the narcotics. Like Percocet is oxycodone and
10-325. 10 milligrams of Perc, and then what's 325 of Tylenol?
Yes.
And so the 10 milligrams of the Perc doesn't hurt you
at all.
It's the 325 of the Tylenol that is taxing to your kidneys and liver.
To your liver. Now, non-steroidals like Motrin are taxing to your kidneys, and you can get renal failure by taking NSAIDs too much.
Now, how about like
So Tylenol is the liver.
How about like
and
natural?
NSAIDs,
How about like
Motrin's
natural
kidneys.
zinc and like colon cleansers and like a natural one-a-day vitamin? Are they also somewhat, makes your liver and or kidneys have to work a little overtime?
No.
God, I hope not. I just started taking them a few years
No,
ago.
micronutrients are essential. I mean, we need micronutrients. We need vitamins and minerals. We depend on
from
them.
our processed food.
We get so little from our crap food that we eat.
One of the reasons why I'm a fat ass, but I am a fat ass with a blood pressure of 120/72, with a cholesterol of 172, I think one of the reasons is I've never drank and I've never smoked.
And that helps, Bubba.
I mean, like I never, ever, ever have drank. Like I may drink 4 drinks a year.
You would look completely different right now if you'd been drinking for 30 years.
Oh,
Your face would be so much different looking.
And I credit that to the first guy I got into radio. His name was R.J. Courtwright. He was the program director, and he was an old timer, and he smoked cigarettes, and he drank a lot. And he's like, I started out a young kid like you when I was doing gigs, promotional. You always get a free bar tab. They always give that to you as a perk. And so he would use that opportunity to get drunk every night. Why wouldn't you? If it's free, I'll take 3, right? That's what Hogan used to say all the time. If it's free, I'll take 3. So, Dan, if you're going and you're the radio personality and everybody's there fretting over you and you have an unlimited bar tab, what are you doing? Probably getting hammered. Well, what I would do is I wouldn't drink, but I would get all my boys hammered, which would make me really popular. Or get, the girl that I was working, the girl that I was trying to have sex with, get her all hammered up. So I've never been a big drinker, and I think that's one of the reasons why I can be borderline, I'm not borderline obese. I am obese. But I still have good blood levels, good blood panels, and good statistics because my liver and all the things that a heavy drinker goes through, I've never smoked either. So I think those two things aid you and make you very less healthy. And
Without a question.
And I've never done either.
And a lot of sun does that too. Sun, alcohol, and cigarettes.
And
are
I stay
the
on
3
this-
worst things for you.
You don't see me at the beach, bitch.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
The best anything can play me.
Hey, how's little Danny feeling?
Go out and chase him.
Hey.
What's up, Bubba Army? AI can't replace the real me. Only me can play me the best anything can play me.
Hey, Seth, that AI of mine was pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Real nice.
You think you can start building those for me, bud?
Yeah. What do you,
At $10 a build?
what do you want them to? What do you want them to do?
I'm just fucking with you, buddy. Hey, Seth. A quick turnaround on the Clem Kush today. 10 after 15.
That's cool.
Or the eyes be swollen.
That's awesome. morning, Lummy.
Hey, Jay, how's it going?
All right, how are you? I guess I have to take my daughter to volleyball on Wednesday. The girls doing their fantasy football. Is that right? Tomorrow night. You have to watch. You have to watch the baby.
Yeah.
What's up, Double XL? Good morning, everybody.
Was it at your house?
No, my wife just has to pay attention to it, so she's not going to go. So I have to drive my daughter to volleyball and pick her up. I'm lucky she does most of it. What's up, Ziggy?
Hogan, I will get the truth out for you, brother.
Hey, Lummy,
Bubba, you're a true hero and brother to me,
then I'm
brother.
gonna open up with this Bubba AI gimmick.
Can we?
Tell me what? Tell me. Just tell me.
Not because we have to get copyright on the song, so we have to.
Oh, okay. So no.
Good
That one, the song we can't play.
Is there a song in there?
Yeah, it's a background music.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Claire.
Can we take it, clean it up, and make it our own? Can we Can Gary reproduce this?
He would have to reproduce the whole thing without us doing it.
I'm just saying, why can't he copy this, take the song out of it, and make it our own?
Well, as I'm saying, he would have to.
Hold on. I'm talking about this one right here. Why can't he copy this?
What up, Dripper Lips? Hey,
Just completely copy it, and then make it our own. Take the music out of it.
Posted online saying Hogan's health was great and strongly denied any rumors.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can we ask Gary if he can do that?
Well, I asked him. Yeah, I mean,
maybe use a different AI voice.
Well, I mean, we have you as our AI voice now.
Well, don't you? But you can't use me because it's like me telling the news story. You need a newsworthy guy saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So just see it. Gary's listening, isn't he?
Yeah. We're
Gary, see if
about
you can do that for me.
FF Medic. Good morning.
Personal provided medical treatment at that time and transported Mr. Balea to Morton Plant Hospital, where he died at 11:17 a.m.
Oh, they're saying he died at the hospital?
Yes. Huh. Meanwhile, they gave him two shots of Narcan.
Yeah.
Because he was unresponsive. So we've petitioned to hear the 911 call.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Jay Diaco steps in for Dan. Jay, how did your deposition go yesterday? I love when you do depos.
Everything was great, and then I had an amazing ruling from a court at 9:30 p.m. I was literally falling asleep on my couch, and my cousin and partner Scott called me. We got a ruling on a motion for summary judgment we've been waiting on since April.
Now, does that mean when you get a rule for summary judgment, does that mean, bam, you win?
There's certain issues they can't argue that my guy was at fault. It's the one with the sleeper cab where I said they're trying to argue my guy's at fault for being asleep. So the court found no comparative fault, no contributory negligence, no third party.
So threw that out.
Big deal.
So the defense, the people you're fighting got that thrown completely out.
Yeah, last night at 9:30, and so I was going to wake up this morning.
Does that change them calling you up and saying, "Okay, Jay,
it should.
We need to talk a little bit here." Now, do you usually do that in person, or do you do it over the phone? Sometimes do you meet with them when you got a high level settlement going on?
In the old days,
we would do that. When I was a young lawyer, there was an old timer who was in my building, and he called me up and he said, Jay, I want you to come up for a second. I went up there and he showed me a video of my client on surveillance doing something that she said she could not do. Now, it wasn't like my client was faking an injury. She'd had 13 surgeries and necrotizing fasciitis, which is flesh-eating bacteria, and it was a crazy case. But point taken by my elder that, the case's value is this, not this. Okay. And so, yeah, that was the time in person. But now no one wants to do anything in person.
No,
I can't
everyone wants
even
to
get
call
someone to go to a mediation in person.
FaceTime,
It's
Zoom.
all Zoom crap. I can't stand it.
The Clearwater Police Department is conducting a death investigation, which is standard in these types of cases. There are no signs of foul play or suspicious activity related to this call for service at this time.
Jay, do you think that the chief could? I mean, at the end of the day, man, the chief, even though he doesn't throw that guy down to the ground and roughs him up, his department did. Your chief's always responsible for what your department does. Could you see the chief taking a lick for this if this ends up being as salacious as I potentially think it might be, and they completely botched the entire investigation? Maybe losing unbelievable evidence, losing evidence they can never get back. Again, just botching up the investigation. Could you see it going clear to the chief?
Well, I mean, I think that,
especially with this high profile. I mean, this is the most famous man in the world that has died in your city, and you have botched up. I mean, you look at Elvis, you look at Michael Jackson, you look at Matthew Perry, you look at
Gene Hackman, Joan Rivers.
Everybody that's famous, for the most part, gets an autopsy, and for Clearwater to just say we don't want and again, you talked to the medical examiner.
I did.
He said, I'm not going to do one unless Clearwater PD asks for one. They never asked for one. I think that's a dereliction of duty from the very top.
Well, let's just assume that something nefarious happened. If something nefarious happened, then
which I'm assuming
there should have been some sort of an investigation, and there should have been the yellow rope, and there should have been, secure the scene, get all the footage, let's interview witnesses, and let's assume that it was just a civil thing. The same investigation should have taken place. It really doesn't matter if it's criminal or if it's civil. If you want to find out the truth of what happened, an investigation should have been performed. Which looked at all the things that you were talking about. Surveillance, interviewed the witnesses, and I don't know that that's been done.
I want to talk to the occupational therapists that were there, both of them.
You would think
I want to talk to I want to talk to Sky.
If there's
I want to talk to the hairdresser that was there on Sunday. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. And if she's posting something days before saying he's in great health, and then he's not, then that would be conflict, something that would raise, a red flag. Wait a minute, maybe this is unexpected. We've been being told from the family for weeks that he's all good and he's getting better, and then all of a sudden he's not. So maybe there is a reason to investigate the circumstances to make sure that something didn't happen that's, criminal.
I think this is more your gig than mine. You're an attorney. Not necessarily a death attorney, but you definitely
wrongful death all day, every day.
That's definitely. I'm sorry.
That's what I just talked about.
I'm so sorry. I was talking about criminal killing somebody, death is most of your business, or a lot of your cases are representing people whose loved ones have died.
Yes, and I've had similar conversations with medical examiners where they've told me very similar things, but the difference was it wasn't a person who was of such fame and noteworthiness that it's a matter of great public importance. It was just a person.
It's a truck driver.
Right. Go get a private autopsy.
Good old hard-working truck driver.
Right. If it's just, Joe Schmo from the blow, then you're not getting anything. But with Hulk Hogan and the circumstances surrounding the surgery, the recovery, the conflicting messages of him being in great health and perfectly great and recovering, and then all of a sudden he's dead, I would just want to know. Curious minds would want to know. And so that's what I said to the medical examiner. Wouldn't it be a shame if some evidence was gone and he just said, please tell them to go get a private autopsy? And so
the medical examination, when Jay talked to, because Brooke called him, and said, "Can you talk to the medical examiner about getting an autopsy?" The medical examiner told Jay he's right here to validate whether it happened or not. I've not been recommended by the city of Clearwater to get one, so I'm not going to get one. And if she wants one, she needs to go get her own.
Yep.
And she couldn't, because at that point, the only person that can call for an autopsy, which I really think, Jay, that Florida needs to, DeSantis probably could use this as an opportunity to change the law, where the only person right now in the state of Florida that can call for an autopsy is the surviving spouse. Whereas I think that should, Jay, extend into siblings, meaning your children. Like if I think that, because there's checks and balances with regards to life. And what if the significant other, I'm not saying that in this particular instance, but let's just say, grandma didn't like grandpa and she poisoned him and killed him. And the kids kind of, 2 or 3 kids, 2 brothers and a sister, they're like, Dad shouldn't have died just like that. Let's get an autopsy. And mom's like, nope, no autopsy. Costs too much. Not going to do it. When she's the one that poisoned him. Shouldn't there be more than just one person that can determine? That just leads to shadiness. If only one person can determine whether a person that dies can get an autopsy or not, and that person being the spouse, I think they could extend that to at least the children.
I don't think that would be a bad idea.
I think that would be a great idea, and I think DeSantis could rally behind that. I don't know of anybody that would say no to that. Who would say no to getting an opinion as to how your mom or dad or brother or sister died? What's wrong with that?
And the statute again, Bubba?
Unless you had something to do with it.
The medical examiner, and this is what I was trying to argue to the medical examiner, and so this is all the discretion of
Jay
them.
talked to the Clearwater medical examiner.
On behalf of Brooke Hogan, I called the medical examiner and spoke about her concerns and pled for an autopsy, a public autopsy to be performed. And I made reference to Michael Jackson and his autopsy. And I made reference to Joan Rivers and to Gene Hackman. And I said, in those situations, it was a matter of great public importance. And the medical examiner thought to themselves they needed to know. And so shouldn't that be the situation here? And again, he just went back to, and he was very respectful, unless there's some sort of suspicion or a criminal investigation, I'm being told by Clearwater Police Department, I can't do it. Now I'm looking at Florida statutes 406.11, and it says, in any of the following circumstances involving death of a human being, the medical examiner of the district in which the death occurred or the body was found shall determine the cause of death, and shall, which means you have an obligation for that purpose, make or have performed such examination, investigations, and autopsies as he or she shall deem necessary and shall be requested by the state attorney when the person dies in the state of 1, criminal violence. We're not saying that. By accident? I mean, if she's saying he was in good health and all of a sudden he's not, I think it qualifies it by accident.
Hold on, Jay, let me finish this. If he spent 39 nights with this severed nerve condition and he made it through 39 nights of doing whatever he did to get himself ready for bed, to be able to make it through the night, to be comfortable, and on the 4th, that nerve doesn't repair itself or doesn't get better and doesn't get worse either. It's severed. It is what it is. He's like Dan said, he has taught himself how to breathe without using his diaphragm. On the 40th night, all of a sudden, he doesn't make it. Doesn't that scream that something procedurally was done differently?
Well, I think it could qualify under a few of these. Section 2 is by accident. Section 4 is suddenly when in apparent good health. There were texts and all kinds of things out there that he was great, he was doing great, and then all of a sudden this happens. I think that's called suddenly. The next one is number 5, unattended by a practicing physician or other recognized practitioner. Well, there was no physician there. I think there was a therapist there.
Supposedly a respiratory therapist and an occupational therapist. Both of those people need questioned.
Or aid is in any suspicious or unusual circumstance. I think that could be argued.
Yes.
And then it says, 2A,
the district medical examiner shall have the authority in any case under subsection 1, which we just read above, to perform or have performed whatever autopsies or laboratory examinations he or she deems necessary and in the public interest.
That means that the coroner and or medical examiner, if he wakes up at 7 a.m. and doesn't like the way the clouds are coming in, he can do an autopsy on a guy.
If he
answers to nobody.
Yep. If he determines it's in the public interest to determine the identification or cause or manner of death of the deceased or to obtain evidence necessary for forensic examination.
So when you are the medical examiner and you are being lazy, I'm calling for his resignation as well. I'm calling for his resignation as well. Being lazy.
I'm just calling for him to do the medical. Do it now.
You can't cross your T's and dot your I's any more thoroughly when you have. This would be like, Seth, and I hate to keep bringing her up like I'm all of a sudden a groupie of hers, but I have a lot of respect for her, and you're the one that kind of turned me on to her. But if Taylor Swift died, if she was a little bit sick, got sick, and some type of injury, and she died, you're not going to tell me they're not going to do an autopsy on Taylor Swift? In a minute they are. In an absolute minute they are. So why not Hulk Hogan? I mean, that's the only person I can. There's a lot of famous people. The Rock. What if The Rock died? All of us.
That's a great example.
They're gonna or John Cena, and John, and for 40 nights, John was incapacitated, but enough to be able to make it through the night. And then on the 40th or 39th night, I don't know. How many? I had it figured out at one time. I think it's 39, 40 from the time that he had the operation to the time that he expired. So like as the medical examiner, you have the power under the subsection that Jay read to basically, you can go by a police report. You can go by the 8 or 9 trigger things that ensure that you do one, or you can do one just because you want to do one. And to me, not doing one on the most famous person ever to die in probably Florida, but certainly Pinellas County, and you're the medical examiner, or you're a junior medical examiner. I forget which one you spoke to. There's about 10 of them.
I would think that maybe the circumstances have changed. You could still do it.
I would be covering my ass so bad.
They could still do it.
And if I'm Chief Eric Gandy, you have lost control of this. Your agency is completely. I got a text from a police officer today.
Oh.
And I read it earlier. They will never be able to prosecute any wrongdoing in this case because of how bad they messed it up in the beginning. The police now are attempting to merely cover their asses in some way. At this point, everything becomes circumstantial. Anybody that may have done something wrong or something inappropriate now has an out because of the length of time they've taken to start asking questions. Well, they just started asking questions this week.
And I would respectfully ask the medical examiner to reconsider what you told me and see whether or not under 406.11 1A 2, 4, and 8 are in play, but there's another one I just realized. 406.11 subsection 1, 2, C. When a body is to be cremated, dissected, or buried at sea, you are able to do a medical report, a medical examination. You're able to perform an autopsy when a body is to be cremated, dissected, or buried at sea, pursuant to Florida chapter 406.11 subsection 1C. That's what we're requesting. We're requesting it pursuant to that.
And why do we have to request it?
Please reconsider it.
31 days after he died.
You have the ability to do it.
31 days after this guy has died, because you are a lazy. Listen, Eric Gandy, you and your agency has been lazy. You have not done your due diligence, And if there was any wrongdoing in this particular situation, they're going to get away scot-free because of how long you've taken, and now everything is circumstantial. I would be having an autopsy if that body is available to have an autopsy. I don't know where Hogan's body is. Whether it's at the morgue, whether it's at the funeral home. I know that he's scheduled to be cremated, and I know Sky wants him. Listen, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Oh,
I would be questioning Sky right now. I can say that, in my personal opinion. I would be questioning Sky and the people that were in that room. The people that were in the room when he took his last breath, the occupational therapist, the respiratory person, and Sky would be my three. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it right now. Would be and the fourth one being Fitzgerald. I would have those people, and you know what they would be to me? Suspects.
Dan's on the warm line.
Suspects. The two therapists, Sky, and who's the fourth one? Let me. And the doctor, Fitzgerald, Sky, and the two therapists would be my suspects. I'd have them lawyer up, and I'm asking them questions. Because you just don't die. You made it 40 nights on the same setup. You don't die on 41 unless something inappropriately happened. There, I said it. Let me release it to the whole entire world.
Perfect.
Hello, Dr. Dan Diaco. Dr. Dan Diaco. He really made me mad yesterday, and I had to really take him aside and yell at him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even hear that.
I did.
Yeah,
he cried.
It's a little hypocritical, but at any rate.
Shut up! You're such a dick.
We were talking about the same topic. You were talking about the same topic.
Listen to me, numbnuts. We got through it. We love each other like brothers. We fight like brothers. We make up like brothers. Now, what do you got for me? As if you haven't spent 4 hours on the air springing your propaganda. You just got to get some more. So I hope it's very relevant to what we're talking about. Take it away, Dan Diaco.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about Kay Adams. No, what I wanted to talk about was when I was listening to Jay again, and he's went through that 3 times now. There is a problem, and that is the cause of death on the death certificate doesn't match the true cause of death.
Exactly.
And so he hasn't determined the cause of death of respiratory failure, which is what he died of.
Nowhere to be, and guess what? That's nowhere to be found. That's nowhere.
Right.
That's
not even on the report.
I mean, we're getting reports of this cut phrenic nerve deal. We're getting reports from that based on what the occupational therapist told the police officer on the initial investigation. That is not listed as a cause of death anywhere to be found because they're not they're not releasing anything. They're not releasing anything.
And then also, I mean,
the fact that the death certificate's inaccurate, it should be enough of a justification for the coroner to do an autopsy. And maybe Jay and I together should tag team a phone call to the head coroner, head medical examiner, and re-establish our position with this updated information, which Jay did not have.
I got to give you. I have to give you and Jay some undercover. I'll text you information that may not require you to have to do that.
Well, I'm talking to this right now publicly. Please reconsider your decision not to do an autopsy pursuant to these sections of the statute. You have the authority to do it, including the one that says, quote, when a body is to be cremated, dissected, or buried at sea. So you don't need any of the other reasons. You got the reasons. Please reconsider in the wake of the public reports of all the reports that have been coming out. Please reconsider. There it is.
I got a text from another police officer. The fact that these are police officers. Now, Dan, these are police officers, okay? These aren't, this isn't Creatine Travis with a big red kicker. The fact that Jay spoke with the medical examiner on like August 6th, and he still chose not to perform an autopsy is wild. Usually medical examiners respond favorably to lawyers. And so who's telling him not to do it? That's what this particular police officer said, which makes an interesting point, Jay. My police officer, whose boots on the ground, says that usually a medical examiner will heed to a attorney and his reasoning, and I'm sure how you walked him through it, and will do it because it's really no. Listen, look at me. You got John R. Thurl Martin, you got Noel Parma, you got Susan Ngola, you got all of these people here, Jay, are capable of doing autopsies.
Wish I remembered which person I spoke with.
3. I tell you, I think you talked to Wayne Kurtz. I think you talked to Wayne Kurtz.
It was definitely a man.
Well, you either
and
talked
after
to
Brooke had spoken with a woman.
John, Chris, and Wayne are the only 3 medical examiners in there.
And Wayne's the one who signed it.
And Wayne signed it. And I got a police officer that says usually they heed to lawyers, requests because it's no skin off their balls.
And I talked about everything in this statute. I mean, I talked about the cremation. I talked about it, something that was unexpected, that it was sudden, that he was allegedly in good health. And I mean, I went through all the elements of this. I didn't hit him with every statute section, but I hit him with every single thing we're talking about, including the cremation. And so I would just say, again, with respect, please reconsider your initial decision. You can do it. The autopsy, the medical examiner does not need the Clearwater Police Department to tell them what to do. I'm looking at the statute, which says that the medical examiner has its own discretion to do it in the interest of public interest. So, I mean, what would be more interesting of more great public interest than this when there's so much suspicion surrounding the circumstances of his death?
Yep.
I wonder if the Florida Attorney General should get involved because they're unbiased.
I think Ron DeSantis should get involved.
The Attorney General would suffice.
I mean, Ron DeSantis is the last. Hold on. Ron DeSantis is the last human being to take a picture with Hogan. Ron DeSantis grew up in Dunedin, Florida, and knows the significance of Hogan's fame. Ron DeSantis is a big fan and friend of Hulk Hogan. I would think that Ron DeSantis would want to know. I know Ron DeSantis is not influenced by Scientology, not one bit. But I can't tell you that anybody that works for the city of Clearwater might not necessarily can say the same thing. And don't forget, her mom and dad are the highest level of Scientology that you can get, an OT8. Her mom and dad, and she had to quit Scientology in order to go to Indian Rocks Baptist with Hogan. But you can always jump back in. It's like a gang: jump out, jump back in. So, I mean, listen, it's the one thing that nobody really wants to talk about, but we got Scientology at the forefront here, too. And they don't necessarily have the best rap around unless you work for the city of Clearwater and you're the medical examiner of Clearwater, or you're the chief of police, Eric Gandy. I mean, Jay, I'm just saying, we can't outrule Scientology having something to do with this. Anyway, Dan, I'll see you later, Danny. You guys don't want to put your balls on the line. I'll put mine on the line.
I'll just say this. I am afraid of Scientology, so I have got nothing to say about that.
Yeah, well, I got this to say about it. I would consider right now, as we speak, the occupational therapist, I would investigate that person to the fullest. Who their friends are, who they hang out with, who they're dating. The respiratory therapist, Sky, and Fitzgerald would all be, as of this, if I'm Chief Clem, they're all suspects, and I'm bringing them in. I want to know where all the house footage, all the house surveillance footage is from that day. I want to know why
is Sky a suspect?
She was there. Mm-hmm. Isn't that suspect number 1?
I mean, she was there. She found him not breathing. What if she's in charge of giving his medication to him, and he's supposed to take 4 leave?
I thought that, like on Dateline, they always start with the spouse.
But she, instead of taking 4 leave, she took 5 Perkies. At least ask. Is it illegal to ask?
Nope.
No, it's thorough. Anyway, I said it. Probably going to catch some heat over it. But I'll tell you right now, John Thorgmartin, whatever the hell his name is, how would you say that name? John Thogmartin, out. Fired. Eric Gandy, fired.
Is this stuff you run for public office of a medical examiner? Like, do you do a Sponjo for medical examiner, or is that?
I don't have any idea.
Okay, all right.
I know that I know the chief of police is the city of Clearwater is not a strong mayor. It's a council-led deal, so the mayor is only one vote of like a council of 5 or 7. There's a city manager that's appointed that runs, appoints chief of police, fire marshals, things like that. And so, Eric Gandy would have to be fired by the council or the city manager. And I think that he needs to start asking some questions because, again, just like my cop buddy said, at this point, if there was any wrongdoing at all, they cannot prosecute because of how bad they've messed the case up from the beginning. The police are attempting to cover their ass. And at this point, whoever did what is simply circumstantial. Kevin Haslett would, if you're a bad guy and you had something to do with this, he'd get you something. You're done. You're free to walk. Can't convict my guy after 31 days. Please. Back after these words.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Lady? No, Moody, she's our senator now. It's this dude, James Uthmeyer. He's the guy that was doing those press conferences yesterday about the CDL drivers.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about weighing stations are now going to be ICE stations.
Is that who he was saying is called? He's what was sent him to go get him from LA?
Yeah, 100%.
His
extradition.
I know, but he called him. He had a nickname for him.
Oh, did he?
On it, yeah.
Okay,
Like his Dirty Harry or something like that.
This guy's a badass.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, you need anything?
If Ashley Moody was still around, I could have called her on that. I don't know this new guy. Shoe one, that's pretty funny. He faked his death. He's on an island with Elvis and Kurt Cobain. Dirk Merchant, what up? Morning, rainy Oklahoma realtor. What's up, Rob Woody? Good morning. There she's. Correct, Snizuki. I should just say it correctly. Snizuk Slayer. Sizzlayer. It's not easy. Good morning, Paul Rogers. And Tupac and Biggie and Prince, exactly. And Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix. What's up, Glenn Longnecker?
What's up, Robbie? Hope you're good, man.
You know, it depends if there is a public outcry, Jeff. Good morning, grumpy old biker. My pleasure. Tim Moore, good morning. Sicilian Redneck. What's up, buddy? Happy Jasper. Good morning. You know, Stumpy62, he's doing good. He's enjoying it. It's been a little tougher on me than I expected. Says Lair, I did not surf. Pity surf for 4 days straight. It was 6 foot the whole time. I'm still
Okay, good
recovering
luck,
from a
Jeff.
shoulder injury. What up, Gene?
I hope it moves fast for you.
SoCal FTE Jim.
Let me have Gary do the suspect. We got to get that out. Big time. We got to get that out. Get it to TM.
Mr. Skin Dog.
Daily Mail. Get it to Daily Mail too.
Okay, can you hold on, please?
We make sure we include. I've been getting some correspondence from the guy from Daily Mail.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you my.
Can you forward that maybe that guy?
Yes. And just tell him you're with me.
Okay. Make that the first one. We'll be back in about.
Shoot.
Okay. All right. Thank you. We're gonna go to this one, show. How you doing? What would you like to help you? All right. Well, we'll be back in about 2 minutes. You wanna hold on?
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Don't forget Clem Kush, one of your favorites, according to the statistics. We'll start that, I'd say, probably by 10:15. Kush said he could. Can you get us turned off and turned back on by 15?
Yeah,
15:20.
Yeah, as long as we don't go too far over 10.
No, we're not gonna. We're gonna be on the skinny side of 10. Okay.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Hey, Sponge, Nash One here.
Who's this? I'm sorry, I didn't catch it.
It's Nash One.
Hi, Nash
Justin
One.
Nash.
Is this the field Nash or the right hand clicker mouse mash?
outside
This is the outside dog. This is the guy that pulls the wire and actually catches the sweat, and who's hooked up to the high Taylor Swift.
Yes. Just wanted to say thank you so much for the advertisement, man. It really means the world to us.
And we're also going to do but hold on, we're going to do a 30 for that, and so that it runs on the network too. Once I'll probably
no, it's sounds great. A couple of my friends have called and stuff like that. Said
we're gonna do a lot more of that for you guys.
Oh, it's up there on the network now.
Oh, is it on the network now? Yeah. Don't forget, if you need
appreciate what you do for us and everything. And
if you need any electrical needs at all in this area, I think now, Nash, you guys are state licensed, are you not?
Yes, sir.
So not just Pasco County, Hernando County, state licensed electric.
So if I want like a light show or something in my front yard?
No, but like if you're.
Anything you need, Seth.
I was going to now. John, Nash. Let me ask you a question. Do you guys do like new home construction? Will you guys pull the wire for that?
Yes, that's what we. Yep. That's what we're doing right now, mostly of. You're trying to get into service, but would like another electrician. We got a father-son duo that's working with us. It's really knocking it out of the park in the new construction and stuff like that.
So give everybody your information, your name of your business, how they can get a hold of you. Go ahead.
Oh, it's E&E Electrical Services, LLC, E&EelectricalServices.com. The phone number is 352. Let me.
Doesn't even know.
352-631-0867.
Sorry, give the website again.
I think it's eneelectricalservices.com.
E&E Electrical Services. Yep.
enelectricalservices.com. Whether it's you just need to that your dryer plug-in seems to be messed up, or you got some type of service issue. We all have electrical issues. I mean, even multimillionaire Jay has had electrical issues
for sure,
relatively in the last probably year or so at his house. So, and you know what? That's one thing that the average guy who might be a little bit of a handyman just shouldn't mess with.
No.
You know what? You can maybe unclog a drain. You can maybe,
fix a hole in the roof if the guy fell through it.
Yeah, something like that. But boy, you start getting with electrical, that'll kill you. It'll absolutely kill you.
Is it E and E or E
we go behind
ampersand?
a lot of
no, is it E?
A lot of handymen and homeowners for sure.
Is it E and E, or is it just EE? Electrical.
E and E.
Okay.
So E and E electrical services.com.
Yes, sir.
Love.
I also want to let Seth Money know that High Taylor Swift and I are going to be down in St. Pete tonight, staying down at the Ponce. So.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wanted to get out.
Look at you.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely won't. I won't be getting out at all, but man, please enjoy my city.
Hey, I'm going to start using that one, Seth.
I like that one.
Hey,
I'm just going to stay at home.
When my friends call me and be like, hey, I'm down at Fish, I'll be like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be getting out, but man, enjoy Sparkman's Wharf, buddy.
Yeah,
it's nice.
Send me a message if you need it.
Really nice,
need
man.
anything.
I am adding that to my repertoire of blow-offs right
I'm
there.
going to start using that a lot.
Wow, thanks, guys. I just made it up, but I might start using it more, too.
Yeah, hey, listen.
Awesome.
I'm not going to be making it out, but man, enjoy St. Pete. It's a great city. I live in it. I love it.
How can they get mad at that?
Yeah, you can't. So anyway, hey, Justin, love you, my friend, and thank you for going to the track.
Sir, love you all.
Hey, and was that track deal just a circuit breaker? That's it?
Yeah, there's yep. Each one of those control boxes have a breaker in the bottom left corner.
And the guys, I'm on the radio, and I'm telling them that because I remember you telling me that, and I'm telling them, and they're up on a front end loader with a flashlight trying to get it, and they couldn't find it for the life of them. And then one guy's like, I don't want to stick my hand in here. Get killed. And so, I mean, like, literally, you were there that night, weren't you? Or you were supposed to be there.
Sir.
And turn 3.
Oh, yeah, no, we were there.
Turn 3 was like dark as midnight. Like, drivers were going into turn 3 wide open, not being able to see what's on the other side. I had a bank of lights, Lummy, that went out at the track. Well, if you were there, Nash, why didn't you fix it, bitch?
Yeah. Oh, he was probably 10 mics.
We tried to get out there.
Oh, okay. All you got to do is come to the tower and say, Bubba, stop the race, or in between next race, let me cross the track so I can go. You know exactly where I am the entire time. I'm in the tower,
Yes, sir.
So all you got to do is come get me, my friend.
All right, stop yelling at him, Bubba. Jeez.
I'm not yelling at him. He's my friend. I love him. I love the Nashes, especially Nash 1. The guy does all the work. I love him. All right, Nash 1. And
we got to get down to get some stuff done for Merch Creek, too, so we'll be down there again this week.
Enjoy your time with High Taylor Swift, and she's a great person. We love her, and appreciate your call, my friend.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bubba.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you later. Let me. This is the state senator.
Well, she's running for Congress.
Oh, she's running for Congress.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. You may not want to do this.
Well...
I mean, this is how you get killed. When you start messing with the Quran. I was going to do, when Spice Boy still worked with me, we had this staff meeting. We're like, what kind of stunt can we do?
Oh, I remember that.
To get some type of, whatever. And Spice Boy's like, listen, the Florida State Fair is coming up, and you know how they deep fry. Every year they got something new, like whether it's an Oreo or like there's something that they deep fry that's not conventionally deep fried. And, so he goes, why don't we deep fry a Bible? And Brent's like, well, let's the Bible is probably going to get, a lot of people mad. There's more Christians than there are Muslims. So why don't we do a Quran? Because those people really get churned up. And I'm like, yeah, let's deep fry a Quran. And what we were going to do to cover our asses we were going to take the cover of a Quran and cover it with just a regular book. Like put the regular book's guts inside of the cover of a Quran so that we could cover our ass, thinking that would cover our ass, that it's really not the Quran. It's just the cover of a Quran.
I never knew it until right now.
Yeah.
I had no idea this whole time. I thought it was the real book. I was so afraid.
We were never going to. So we were going to be able to report back to, General Petraeus actually got a hold of me. And, first of all.
It was a big deal.
It was the sheriff. First of all, the sheriff, who I think at the time was David G.
It was.
It was David G. David G calls me, and so we're on the air saying, hey, we're going to deep fat fry a Quran tomorrow, noon. No, I'm sorry, tomorrow at 9 o'clock, live on the air. I think we were on 98.7. We just got fired from the bone, and we were on Bubba 98.7, and we were going to deep fat fry a Quran. And we had you know how, Lemmy, you deep fat fry turkeys?
Yes,
we were going to use that same turkey fryer, and we were going to, flour it all up and then deep fry it. Well, we just didn't do it like, hey, we're going to do it tomorrow. We were like 1 week from today. And so we were counting down. Only 3 days left till we fry up that Quran. Woo! David G calls me and said, Bubba, can you come down to the now? I think the headquarters for the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department still down in Ybor City, I think. And he goes, can you come down to Ybor City to my office and have a word with me? I was like, okay. Now, at this point, David G was my guy. He'd give me an honorary badge. He was just my guy. He goes, Bubba, I have never been contacted by SETCOM for something that a radio station was getting ready to do. I've been contacted by them, when we're working on a detail about a president coming into town or, just various other things, but nothing like this. And you can't do this. You can't. I'm like, David, it's not even going to be a Quran. It's going to be like an encyclopedia book with those real thin papers that look like her, but we're going to do we're just going to take the cover of a Quran. He's like, listen, can you just not do it? And I go, oh, David, I'll get back to you. I'm telling the sheriff I'll get back to him tomorrow, rather than to just say,
I thought this was General Petraeus.
No.
Oh.
David G was first. He was first. And I tell him, I'll get back to you. The next day, I get military dudes that show up here in military black vans that show up here. And let me, I got, they're at the call box saying this is, like Admiral, whatever that major, whoever.
General, yeah.
No, that wasn't the general.
Oh.
They took me to SATCOM.
What?
They took me to SATCOM.
Where was I? How did I never knew you got taken in a black van to SATCOM.
No, I didn't get taken. They asked me to follow them.
Oh.
So
okay.
I follow them. And let me tell you something. If you ever have seen in the movie what a general's office looks like, I'm telling you, it is exactly like in the movies. Like wood floors, big flags, big desk, then like another desk on the side where they have all these maps and all this strategic stuff, and two dudes two armed guys at Petraeus's door. And here my ass is walking in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt into, one of the highest ranking generals at the time. And he sits me down and he says, I can't stop you from doing what you're going to do. I asked David G to handle it and you didn't get back to him. So I'm going to try to handle it, but I cannot tell you that you can't do it. But what I can tell you is that the Muslim faith is so volatile that I wouldn't be surprised, and I'm not telling you this is going to happen. He was very calculated, Jay, on how he spoke to me.
He didn't make it to general by accident.
No, he said, I wouldn't be surprised that if your building had some type of explosive situation happen to it within a matter of days of you doing this. and I cannot insure, due to the fact that your building is not in my jurisdiction, I cannot insure your safety. He said, so do what you got to do.
Isn't this jurisdiction America?
Well, yes, but not within the city of Tampa. Like, he can't have military people out here, So at that point, I came back and I talked to Brent, and Brent's like, now Brent's a military guy. Brent used to be a Marine. He goes, Brent knew where I was going. He's like, if it's gone that high up, we can't do it. Like, if it's gone up to the general and he's pulled you into the office and he says that they'll blow our building up in a matter of days, that means he has intel that could happen.
If you try to do it now, do you think Trump would call you up and tell you to do it?
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
November 16th, NBC News. When a Florida shock jock threatened to deep fat fry a Koran this year, General John Allen, the commander of U.S. and NATO troops in Afghanistan, CIA Director David Petraeus both reached out to Joe Kelly, and it's just unbelievable.
All right. Yes. And Petraeus told me, and it was just like the fucking movies.
I got that guy's stuff. I just sent him the first two.
It was a good decision to wave that one off, Bubba.
Yeah. He said, hey, I'm telling you right now, off the record, they'll blow your fucking building up.
Right.
They will blow your fucking building up. With or without you in it.
Well, they had just done that thing in, it was right about the same time.
In Gainesville.
Yep, well, also the, yeah, right, exactly.
That's where we got it from.
Yep.
Let me too.
But we're going after Muslims, and now, years later, Scientology.
I'll take a neutral on both of those, Seth.
I
got no opinions.
I mean, I'm pretty protective of my religion, and I just feel like it's really hypocritical to pick apart what they believe in as far as, like, if it's aliens and stuff. Now, I don't know about, I know people that come out of Scientology with their stories and everything, but for just what they believe in, it's hard for me to make fun of them.
Yeah. Well, like this person up here is getting ready to, looks like the Koran's on fire and she's going to shoot it with a weapon. If someone did that to the Bible, I would think that was completely inappropriate. Not funny. If it was, you know what I'm saying? If it was someone of a different faith shooting up the Bible, I just don't think this looks good for anybody.
Yeah, you know
Everyone
what?
thinks I'm sucking the D of Trump, whatever. I don't like this.
Oh, I'd imagine there's probably flag burnings, Bible burnings. I'd imagine that stuff happens probably regularly in other countries.
Yeah, you're right. I don't think religion should be politicized.
No. Is it?
Jay, I gotta walk here to your car because I gotta tell you some kayfabe stuff.
Okay, I got something good for you too.
Oh, Jay, September 5th, Friday, September 5th, is we're having at the Central Ybor movie theater with the parking garage and stuff. We're having the premiere of the documentary.
Oh,
so it's invitation only. So you, Candle, whoever wants to, Kurt Morgan, we got.
I think it'll probably be Pity and Steve.
Pity.
Oh, Pity, yeah.
I didn't say Pity.
But hey, Kurt is a big fan of the show now.
For sure.
So invite Kurt. Gene's going to be there.
What about John Morgan?
Yeah, I would invite him. I'm trying to get Roger Stone to come.
You got to pay his fee?
Yeah. But for him, it's he said that if you just cover my airfare and hotel, I'll come.
Oh, that's it. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, all right. No show up fee. That's good.
I mean that's cool.
That's a fair deal.
I'm gonna see if I can get John Morgan. I know Brooke Hogan's gonna be there. Which Jay, that's a great photo op. of Brooke walking the red carpet.
That's a weird thing to watch of hers, isn't it? Like her dad, like
Not really. It's just a show of support for me.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I mean, it's you know.
So Jay, like,
I got it down.
Like Pity, Jimmy Clevis.
Yep.
It's invitation only, but I'm inviting all my boys.
We'll get all the boys to come.
Yeah. Jay, Krista, Jeff Giragante.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can get Titus O'Neil to come.
Dude, at this
Come.
point, just.
Is it gonna be all three?
No, it's been condensed down to one.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes,
I didn't know.
and it's all one.
Interesting.
Titus might come. I got his number.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, dude, just make it open to the public.
For sure.
No, I can't make it to the.
Come on, people are going crazy. They want to see it.
I can't.
What if they paid $10?
It's free.
It's free
because it's invite.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabeto studios.
Aquabeto.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Let me to recap what I said today. I want to make sure everybody knows that Eric Gandy and the Clearwater PD need to reclassify 4 people as potential suspects because I think there's some shady stuff going around. Fitzgerald, the occupational therapist, the respiratory therapist, and Sky need to be questioned. You also need to immediately make the body part of an evidential. It's like it's part of an evidence investigation, so that Sky cannot cremate it. At that point, it's possession of Clearwater PD. They need to do that so that she can't burn it up and burn any potential evidence. I don't know, Lummy, if this woman understands what she's doing, but I guess she's running for Congress.
Yes.
Miss Gomez for Congress, and she wants to get attention by burning a Koran. I tried to do that and was told by General Petraeus that my building would be blown up. So I don't know. And this woman actually did it.
Your daughters will be raped and your sons beheaded unless we stop Islam once and for all. We're done turning the other cheek. Remember, David didn't pray for Goliath. He killed them. America is a Christian nation, so those terrorist Muslims can fuck off to any of the 57 Muslim nations. There is only one true
Let me add a dump it because you said the F word.
God, and that is the God of Israel.
Okay.
That's as offensive to me as someone
Your
burning the
daughter.
flag.
What's that?
That's as offensive to me as a Christian as someone burning the flag. That's someone's religion. I just find that offensive for political gain. I think that's like the absolute lowest way you can go.
There's so many other things you can do to say virtually the same thing, but not necessarily make it a Muslim thing.
That's terrible.
Our borders are porous. We need to lock it up. I don't even know. They're not. Our borders aren't even porous anymore. ICE is rolling in. I mean, you can't get in. I love it.
Where do you get one of those things that she had?
I know, but I have one.
You
Yeah.
can get them on Amazon.
I don't know what you use them for, but man, that thing was
Seth,
cool.
that's what you need when you're taking the garbage out. It's a flamethrower.
Yeah, so no neighbors talk to me.
Right. You just go.
Hate the small talk.
Light some fires.
Be like, hey, Seth, and you just go.
Oh, I'm sorry, my flamethrower's acting up again.
Just tell your neighbors nice to see you. Enjoy St. Petersburg. How they work.
Clem Kush, as quickly as we can get it on. Appreciate y'all.
Thanks for letting me finish.
You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian Lumet.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
You're wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
the BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up B,
co-host Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council,
Co-host J. Diaco Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.